Oh, is he taking Abjuration Wizard?
after all that effort it takes them to actually hit him, they finally get through and they're like, "Ow, it burns." The twins, the twins is well, that's an interesting one. Ember's going to be doing more damage. Anya's going to be doing more damage, but then it's like, so I was thinking with. So like I was with Borg, that's all I was thinking was that he just gets the extra damage without having to take the negative. But then there's other things he could do, like he could, because hang on a minute. Well, yeah, well, most of the time his problem is that he can't fucking hit. To be honest with you.
Well, what is Borgen's normal to hit?
Oh, I don't know because
Liam, you have to answer that one. Go on. So on your bow, what is your plus to hit with that bow?
11.
Well, that, you should be able to hit him with 11.
How?
Yeah, but the -5 is only +6. See, I've got a +12, and I rarely miss. I said rarely.
No, +12. I lied. I looked at my hand. That's +12 to hit.
Oh, what the fuck am I looking at now? Right.
I don't know.
Mate, I don't either. I'm just clicking stuff. Well, or I don't know. As I say, I'm struggling with his two.
Hold on a minute. 2 weapon fighting.
Huh?
How have I got 2 weapon fighting?
Everybody can do it. It's not like a select thing. It just says you can fight with 2 weapons.
If you're using 2, so everybody can do it with 2 light.
So I can literally dual wield. That's cool.
You have 2 hands.
But because you're not good at it, basically, because it isn't like so essentially because you don't have the skill, your offhand attack doesn't get your proficiency bonus added to it. And you can only use, it has to be like 2 light weapons, so it can't, I mean, you could wield, I think that means you could probably wield like 2 sickles, for example.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Definitely 2 daggers, but your offhand attack would miss more often than not, because you wouldn't get to add the, I mean, what's proficiency now?
+4.
No, but my sickle's just a stat stick.
Oh yeah, I mean, to be fair, you'd only be losing +4 to your attack, so I mean...
Yeah.
But then I'd gain a +2 bonus to spell attack. If I had
if you had
2 of them.
You can't use. No, you can't do that.
Why?
You couldn't. When you get a bonus from a weapon like that, you could only get that once.
It doesn't stack.
Same as a ring of protection. Yeah, but it's the same as a ring of protection because it's changing a stat on you. Then you could only do it once. So if you get a ring of protection, get another ring of protection, it's still only a ring of protection. So you can get multiple magic weapons, but they're each an individual weapon. So you can hit with one and hit with another one. But if you had one that said you can't have 2 Holy Avengers and have +6.
I see.
Is that like the paladin stacking if you have 2 paladins?
Yeah, you could do that, but I mean, who'd have the need to have 2 paladins?
Yeah, one's a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh shit! I didn't realise that I had the bonus to heal as well on that.
Yeah, that's why.
Me from not reading it properly. I just thought it was plus to spell.
I don't know.
But I
Liam, can you just roll an attack with that bow with no, with what's it called? Sharpshooter.
God, you have to like tell it you're sharpshooting or not as well every time. It doesn't just do it.
That hasn't done it.
It was marked.
Sometimes you have to tell beyond 20 that you want to go sharpshooter. Although...
did you put it on ask me every time? Is that... I don't know if sharpshooter's on there. That like, oh yes. switch up everything.
Oh no, it doesn't. That's the thing. The sharpshooter doesn't fucking come up on Beyond 20 for some reason.
Oh really?
Yeah, but he has done it when he's done sharpshooting.
Yeah, he has done. He has done it before.
Mhm.
That.
I've got a feeling it's not a character option.
Let me try
Maybe.
it. Has that done it? No, that's just.
That's just done advantage.
Vex's bow was cool.
What?
Vex's bow.
Oh yeah, we watched all of the 6 episodes today.
You're on the new season. I haven't seen that yet.
He had that,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
we took it
Yeah,
away because it was a bit
that's-
pants.
Yeah, that's the one that
Oh.
Liam had. Yeah,
He did have the same bow.
we changed it.
Can we combo spells? Is that a thing we can do?
We
You've
did
been
that
doing it.
once.
You've been doing it quite a bit actually.
No,
Actually,
but I mean,
more since
like,
you turned up.
I mean,
Go on.
like, I don't know.
Yeah, but you needed
More
it.
so.
With, it was a.
But
fire
you can't
thing
you
and
can't do it by
something.
yourself because you can't cast 2 spells in a round.
No, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you
but-
did it before.
We'll
You,
think of
so,
it forever. I
there was
know
that
we
one
did
where you had
the
the
floor, wasn't it? The thorns and the.
Yeah. And
yeah. There was another one where there was
fireball.
the fireball in the gas cloud that blew up.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's been others I can't think of off the top of my head. Where is
There was something with lightning and something else that was done as well.
Yes,
There
that
you
was
go.
something to do with Sir Gregory, wasn't it? Getting hit by the lion or something.
I like how he just keeps trying the sharpshooter train.
Do you know what? I can't find it on his fucking character sheet.
What you've got to do, Liam, you've got to go into the Beyond settings and you've got to turn off use D&D Beyond's digital dice because you've still got it on.
Yeah.
It's off.
It keeps rolling on D&D Beyond.
I can't even find his fucking sharpshooter shit.
It should be under character options, so it's just a specific one. That's why I've got sneak. It says include sneak.
Where?
So if I just go on the basic options, it says rogue sneak attack. Send sneak attack damage.
Oh, it's showing up now. Right, it wasn't showing up before.
Oh.
Yeah, so his penalty is -5 to the roll, and then +10 to the damage if it hits.
It's still doing it with the. If you look in the log, all we can see is Borgen doing attacks. It's not doing. It's not stopping anything else.
There's sharpshooter. There it is.
That was me doing it.
That was you doing it. Okay.
I think. Yeah, I think I've just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just rolled it.
-5. Yeah.
I'll do it again. Look. There you go.
No,
Nope.
that's the normal one.
Oh, do you have to activate it every fucking time you want to roll it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Fuck me.
We might activate it, but then it's not.
So activate it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Click on the bow. Do the roll.
Yeah, done it.
Right. So why can't he make it work? Is that? Which version have you got actively of Beyond 20?
Did you do the thing?
You'll have to look in the actual extensions.
Wait, let me try this one.
Also, have you restarted your character sheet since sorting out the extension?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Something somewhere. wrong.
Well, yeah, it did
Yeah,
something,
that's
but
done
then
it, that's
and then it's also giving the total damage at the bottom. Oh, that's cool actually. Why don't they all do that? What the fuck? God,
I don't know what that is. What it's supposed to do. I don't know why that wasn't doing it.
It was on the wrong thingy. version.
What a twat.
Well, sorted.
What items have you got, Liam?
Billions of daggers. Daggers for free.
Borgen's got the Luck Blade. But just a blade.
Borgen. I'm just gonna. That's. Borgen. View Borgen. There we go. No, I meant with your. So you've got Braces of Archery. They give you +2 bonus to damage rolls. Right. Okay. So how about something that gives them an extra +2 to hit as well as that +2 damage? Because the Braces of Archery are the main thing that's giving him an extra plus. But if he had just more to hit, so we'd still have a penalty. But
he could also he could still choose not to use his
Sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
It would still be a choice whether to use sharpshooter or not, but that would kind of
sharpshooter would only end up being, if you did it, it'd be -3, which is more reasonable. But the Braces of Archery you've got just give you +2; they don't give you anything else. So you could basically have something like a gem or whatever it is put onto one of these, and it increases your accuracy with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a main one.
Yeah. So increases accuracy. So that's
because you don't need any ammo. So you're firing things you don't need an ammo. You don't need any ammo. You've got that that's going to give you an increase to hit, and you've obviously got the increase to damage anyway. And then it would be what it is normally is and some other kind of thing, some other kind of extra bit.
Yeah, because Worm's getting an extra attack and fucking what is it?
Bit of AC.
Well, a bit of dexterity. Oh no, better dex saves and a bit of AC.
You could do the same thing.
Yeah, it could have
his armor class is 17, so +2 to your AC, +2 to your attack, and
an extra and a bit of an advantage on dex saves. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Or +2 to dex saves.
Yeah, just +2 to dex saves.
Yeah, alright, well we'll do that then. That sounds reasonable. Because then braces almost negate his debuff from the then, don't they?
Yeah,
from
but not completely.
Yeah, so it's still a choice.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then Shin. I mean, fucking hell. So I'll just kill it. Should we just kill Shin and then we don't have to worry about it?
There's some lava over there.
Oh no, the lava! Oh, what a shame!
All of the runes that they've put have to be written with something, so maybe it's all written with Shin's blood, and that's just what they used up.
So, oh no, we drained him. What a shame. Anyway, what should we do with his body?
I mean, I honestly don't know with Shin because I don't remember. Oh, he's got the. Has he got the Scimitar of Speed?
He's got the Scimitar of Speed, and he's got a light crossbow, which is a bit shit. What
armor?
Yeah, to be fair, Shin's the only. Do you know Shin's the only one that hasn't got a decent fucking weapon?
Oh, yeah,
well, I mean, the Scimitar of Speed's not
his
bad.
armor class is shocking.
Especially because if he ever gets into melee, he's fucked.
His armor class is really bad.
What? Hang on a minute.
What armor has he got on? Is he not wearing any?
He's naked.
Oh, he's wearing studded leather +1.
I think he does better when he wolfs out, but
he never wolves out unless you play him.
Because he's scared that we'll kill him.
When you fought Hazel, he was like, wolf, 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 wolf.
Yeah, but to be fair though, his wolf form is not as good as his human form. Because he tends to miss a lot more because his
Yeah, extra attack and then more AC.
Extra attack, 2 AC, and then improved depth.
Oh, that's shit. I was looking at cloak protection, but that's bullshit. That's boring. I thought cloak protection was more than that.
No, it's only on saving throws, isn't it?
No, it's just +1 bonus to your AC. Oh, and the saving throws. Yeah, sorry. AC and the saving throws, yeah.
Same as the ring.
Huh?
Same as the ring.
Oh.
Because I've got a ring of protection.
Yeah, yeah. Literally the same, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give him the same ring Worm's got. It does exactly the same thing,
It's gonna
right?
be
So he's currently got.
Well,
two
yeah, but
attacks.
doesn't it? Yeah, but what about what here? We just switch it up though and make it strength.
What
Because he relies on strength more than dexterity, doesn't he?
Well, it was only on
Yeah.
saves. It wasn't like an additional. Strength.
Oh
It was
yeah, that's
to
true.
his saving
Yeah.
throws.
So and actually, dex saving throws would probably be better to give him a little boost too, so he can avoid shit. a bit
He's already
better.
got +7, so that's not bad anyway. But I mean, it's his best save.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, if he got one extra attack action, then that would mean because he's got a scimitar of speed, he would be doing one attack, which is one action, but 2 attacks.
Well, he gets
And he gets a bonus action attack, and then because he's got a swift ring, it'd give him a 4th attack.
Yeah, you get 4. Yeah, because he gets 2 attacks per action, then a bonus action attack, and then he'd get another attack from the Ring of Haste,
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. All right then.
That's going to
What do you
be
figure it
pretty
out?
good.
Figure it out. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay. Yeah. All right then.
Well, if
So
you
how
if you
do
go
I
to
add these?
No, we're not
inventory-
right. Well,
What?
I haven't made any of them.
Well,
That's the
mine
thing.
is made.
Well,
So
the
if you've
ring
got
might be.
If you go to inventory and add item, you should be able to see, what is it called? Ring of Swift. It's called Ring of Swift Hands.
Hmm.
Found it?
Find it.
No.
Right. So have you got it open to? Right. First, 2 things. One, Doc, have you got it open for?
Public?
Well, yeah, public. And well, actually, it doesn't have to be. It only has to be for
Have to be.
campaigns. But Shin would need to have. You need to have the ability. I can't remember what it's fucking called. You need to. Right, hang on a minute. Manage. I can't remember what it's fucking. What. Character settings. Right, you need to have. Oh, it has. You need to. You need to make sure you've got homebrew items open. Like, so in sources it says allow or restrict sources to be used for this character, yeah? So you need to make sure that homebrew's on and expand. Well, you don't have to worry about expanded rules and legacy.
Where would
Oh,
that
hang on,
be?
I think that means it's off.
It's under your character settings.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So if you go into so do you know when on your character sheet next to your name Shin it says manage? If you go there, if you click on that, it opens up the thing on the right hand side, and then click on character settings, and then you should have it right there at the top, whether you got homebrew active or not.
Oh no.
Right. So if you enable that, then it should be visible in the inventory. Then.
Ring of
Swift, and you should see it there.
Swift Hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good, there we go. That's one character.
Okay. The Borgans will have to change. We'll have to make the item for because I didn't know what we're doing about that. The twin. So Gregory's in the twins.
Well, I
And
can do
actually-
that now. What is it? It's
Well,
it's a modification to what's it called?
I was going to say it's not really like the twins as well, and Embers to some extent don't really require an item because of what they do. I think you just have to like remember what they do.
Great, remember.
Yeah, but I could do
I'm
that because it's just going to give him the straightforward +2, isn't it? So I can.
Yeah, so you can change your AC. You can change your AC to a +2.
Create a magic item.
Obviously, he'll be able to see.
Oh,
No
forget my
way.
Gregory. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they can't see. They don't know this.
Oh, sorry. I thought you'd already said it in the thingy.
No, he didn't.
Well, we can roleplay it now if you want. This is the thing, 'cause if we do this, then no one's going to roleplay it. We'll just be talking about, like, oh, okay, yeah, sorted, now we're ready for Halloween.
Races of archery. There we go. Great.
Oh, you're going to do that, right? I thought you were
Yeah,
doing
do
Sir
that one
Gregory.
first,
No,
yeah.
you can do you can do those as an item, yeah. Anya, it was. Hang on a minute. Too many informations, right? Oh, okay. See, Anya's is a tricky one because I don't know how we're going to roleplay it when it requires us to do the because I'm mixing it in with the adventure with Pico. So I'm not. And also, because do you remember that thing that you asked me for?
Hmm.
That other thing that changed certain items that you carried.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would also be tied into that.
Okay.
But I don't know how to. Okay, well, all right. So we're in the city for probably, well, the hold, I guess, a stronghold. Well, we're in it for probably about nearly a week.
Yeah.
Although I don't. Whereas the giants themselves, so for the first few days, the giants, the clans, are coming together essentially, right? So the message has been sent out. The clans are coming together, and they're all making, and the families are all making their way here to prepare themselves and march to war, right? So the city, like in the we'll call it the city, even though it's not really. It's bustling, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. People marching about and all the stuff like that, making sure they've got stores to keep the families that are staying, or the people that are remaining behind, like, you know, with the kids and all that shit. You don't see much more of shit. What's his name? Is it Gezdar? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the Duke? Yeah. Right, that's the one. Names. I'm good with them.
Yes. I got my one note.
So you don't see much of him because he's too busy organising shit and speaking to leaders of families and different clans and all that shit. So you don't really see much of him or anybody else in the 3 days before they set off. However, during that time, Hazel will approach each of you individually. I think probably there's not really much for Worm and Shin or Borgen, really, in terms of like actual role playing, because yours are quite. The only thing is that they have to. They are the items that they're giving you are bound to you, or changing what's already bound to you. So they're not like what do you call it? What's it called on you? Hang on.
When you.
They're not attuned. They're not. Yeah, sorry. They're not attuned items. They're just like they can't be used by anybody else because they are basically attuned to you, your person, your soul, and nobody else can use them. But they also don't take up an attunement slot.
Nice.
I'm getting they. I can't think of how to because I've got stuff for everybody else sort of, but yours are all a bit tricky because yours are just items that they're giving to you.
It's just things. Here.
So I would say
My
so
stuff.
like for Worm, they take Worm, Shin, and Borgen into the Rune Forge. And they perform the ceremony to bind them to your souls and to bind them to your essence, if you like. And the idea is that they enhance who and what you are, yeah. When the gems are activated and bound to you. So for Worm, you see like all the times being quicker or using your agility to avoid damage or to hand out more damage, for example. Have saved you or helped you in situations, and it's a similar thing for both Borgen and Shin, really. You know, those times when being being quick, like quicker than thought itself, kind of thing, and just acting and moving yourselves out of danger, or being able to find those weaknesses in armor and stuff like that, have allowed you to do more than would be expected, and that's kind of what the gems that you've been given latch onto. They don't show you any, you don't get to see any of the process of them forging the gem. The gems, the items are already made when you're brought to the forge. You don't get to see any of the process. Yeah, but when you just come out of the kind of trance-like state, or whatever, you feel like inherently connected to these items that you're wearing or are about to put on. You can have different looking rings, I guess. I don't know what. Well, I guess Shin's is going to be like a ruby or something. Isn't it? It's going to be red.
That would make
sense. With his weird blood fetish.
Borgans looks like two eyes, the tiger's eyes, but it look like eyes on his braces.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Increases his chance to hit, so it's got that'd work.
Yeah, that's cool. And what about worms?
Just a sec. So, Borgan, if you look now, you should see a magic item called Borgan's Braces of Enhanced Archery. It's to make it easy for him to find it.
I mean, I can't. I just. You came up with a name. That's cool.
However, you would have to give up your Braces of Archery.
Oh no!
Doesn't matter because it's got the same ability. So, yeah. So have you found them?
Yes.
Right. So if you put them on and then take off the other ones you've got, then you've now got an extra attunement slot because these don't need attunement.
Oh, I can attune myself to this lucky sword.
Yes.
Wait, you were attuned to that?
No, because it's a fourth item. But now he's got these braces that don't need attunement
wait.
because.
What does he have attuned? Does he
fucking everything, slippers.
His dragon scale.
He doesn't have the slippers anymore.
Yeah, but he's got the dragon scale mail, the ranger's bow, the braces of archery, and that because the braces of archery did need attunement, but now he doesn't need them.
So now he can attune the luck blade. That's cool.
Yeah. So now your AC is 19. Your initiative is +8, which is insane. Your dexterity saving throws go to +10. So yeah, that, and you've still got the damage as well. So if you do a sharpshooter thing, let's see what it should say -5, but you should have +13 now. There you go, +13. Well, when you still missed because you managed to roll a 10, but you know.
Maybe it was like kobolds or something he hit though.
So what did you roll to get that? That's ridiculous.
I don't know how because it's -5, isn't it? So he rolled.
He rolled a 2.
Oh, he rolled a 10.
He rolled a 2 to hit. Added 13 and took 5.
That's what I was saying. It's like, how does he roll so fucking badly?
Well, there's nothing we can do to
no, I mean, we've given you everything we can to mitigate that. I mean, if you're going to keep fucking up, that's on you.
It's like my paladin on Wednesday. I missed 4 times in 4 rounds.
Wow. If you look at what dice he rolled there, his damage was with a 2 as well. So he rolled 2 to it. No, sorry, I was just blown away by the fact that he rolled a hit as 2 and his damage was 2. He's like, just roll something out. Right, anyway, go on. Sorry.
No, I just missed, 4 times in, 4 rounds, double hits, miss. He's like, no, I'm not doing anything. What are you doing? I'm going to try and bash. No. See, he crit now. It doesn't say what the plus is, though. It says 9 plus 10 plus. Is it 3?
It says it in the bracket.
No, it's 9 plus, and then it says piercing critical damage is 3 below it. So it says 9 plus 3 below it, and then 10. But you don't add anything to the 10. So
yes.
it's just 9.
Right.
plus the 3, so it's 12 plus 10. So it comes out as 22.
Plus, yeah, but I love the totals. Totals, 19 and then 3. It's like, that's not the total. Just give me the total.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, you're not making it easier for me.
Right, so what was Borgen having anyway? Shin, sorry.
He's got the ring.
Oh, he's already got the
Yeah.
ring, hasn't he? That doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So his will be like I don't know. Well, actually, it's up to you, Shin. What colour? You can choose what colour you think the gem would be in your ring.
Red.
Yeah, I thought so. Is it like a really deep, like almost brown red?
No.
Does it look like a liquid?
Okay,
when you
sorry.
look into it? Is it like swirl inside?
Like blood?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, oh, boring. Okay. What does Worm's ring look like then?
It's sort of a clear stone, but it's got mercury inside it.
Ah,
It's got what inside it? Sorry.
Mercury.
Oh right, okay, oh, that's cool.
Otherwise,
Like Quicksilver.
well, literally is Quicksilver. That's
Yeah, I know.
like Quicksilver. Well, no, it's
No, actually, no, not at all.
Quicksilver,
No.
yeah.
This is
Freddie
literally.
Mercury's in there.
No need for that.
I was expecting purple.
No. doesn't
Yes,
need
I was.
purple. I know
Yeah, she
it-
was. You can't tell her what she was expecting.
Oh, sorry. No, well, no, it is. Then. It's just. In fact,
Expect
if
what
you
she
look,
wants. Thank
if you look at his latest Hero Forge thing, he has got a big diamond ring on his finger now.
Yeah, he does.
That's cool. That's right. I'm going to make Net do a load of new art.
What do you mean you're making new character sheets again? Well, you know.
there's your, well, all I'm saying, right, is when it comes to twins, that's your own fault because you're the one that came up with the idea, not me.
I know.
I was stuck. You were like, "What about?"
I know.
Okay, I like this. No, because I told you. Yeah, the law is I told you when you came in here that you have to imagine that it's not got all fucking rubble and shit everywhere.
Where are you seeing
No.
that?
That is. It's just
It's
to
in
the
the
right of
corner.
where we're looking.
Yeah,
When we are
yeah.
on the screen,
It's the
but
bit
it's
that's-
it's a forge, and they all were told to just get up and leave when we came in.
Yeah, so
they
yeah, that's
just-
true. Yeah,
Yeah, they
Oh,
wouldn't put-
so it's some equipment.
they just put it down and walked out.
Forget. Left.
And she's like, "Fucking hell, I'm gonna have a word with that bastard. He's always just leaving shit. Like you got to put it away first."
Like my co-workers.
Is she looking for the vesticles?
I didn't hear that.
He
Probably a
hasn't
good
seen
thing.
it all, is
Oh yeah, no, I'm not seeing any of the new ones.
Oh.
Are they all out, the new ones, or is it just
he?
like
Yeah, it's 6 episodes.
Episode 6.
right? Oh, that's all right then, because I've been telling Kieran that we need to calm down on season 2, otherwise we won't get. Otherwise we won't be able to watch season 3.
Yeah, we watched
'Cause we'll be waiting.
today.
Is it just 6 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
I mean,
bit shit.
currently, I think there's more.
Yeah, is there not more to come?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it's just they
Cool.
did 3, then they've done another 3. I can't imagine that's it.
It did seem a bit weird that it ended there.
Yeah.
Although I did see some ink on it, and I'm confused as to. I think they're starting to add more to it than what was in it, but that's possibly because of how much Ash was away.
Probably.
But yeah, anyway,
Yes.
I can't remember what I was going to say now. Right, Anya, you, I have no doubt during this time here are going to want to go and spend some time with the mushroom people.
Yay, mushroom.
Hazel does come to you and hand you a rune gem at some point.
Okay.
But what she says to you is that, like, the way that they bind it to souls isn't necessarily going. That like the kind of magic and your nature itself, they don't really have. Let me think of the words. They don't share the similar craft. Like they understand it, they just don't share it. So she thinks that you might be better visiting the Myconids in their I don't know, what do you call it? It's not a grove, is it?
Colony.
Yeah, in their colony. Yeah, in their place. and maybe seeing what comes of that or what might help with that, or what help they might be able to provide, as they'd be closer to your essence, if you like.
Right.
Pico's just like pecking it.
Yeah, and you can choose again. You can
Pico, peck.
you can choose what it looks like. The gem. That's up to you.
Green.
Green.
No, blue.
Right. Okay. That's fine.
Fire.
Right. Okay. That's cool. So I assume then you'll like run off as quick as you can on your little fucking dwarf legs and go and visit. My God is.
Actually, I'm going to take that mushroom we picked that Sir Gregory had. I'm going to ask Sir Gregory if I can have that mushroom back.
Oh,
And then
dangerous
maybe-
one. Well, the one we think is dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe it goes boom.
Beep, beep, bang.
Oh God, imagine if it was.
No,
Oh,
Sir Gregory held on to a mushroom for Anya, like ages ago.
Did he?
Yeah.
I have vague memories of it. See, this is what happens when I
It
was
was a pale white mushroom,
right.
and it might have been dangerous, so Sir Gregory took it from me.
Yeah.
Oh, because he can't be poisoned. That makes sense.
Mm.
I don't.
Probably on some notes. Let me just discover my notes.
Don't remember that at all.
I do. I do. It was when we were making our way here, but obviously we've been here for like 5 minutes, but actually in real world time about fucking 5 years. So it's been about that long since it happened, and I might have been, just playing along and yes-anding. So I might not.
Notes about it, so that it's a thing.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Well, I'm assuming then that even though like me and Doc don't really remember it fully, that Sir Gregory gives it to you because he knows what you're talking about because he can remember.
I don't know where he's had it stored because
in his foot. It's been rattling around in it. Well, it wouldn't be rattling, would it? 'Cause it's mushroom. It's all battered and bruised and like, yeah. So those mushrooms, when you've left them in the fridge too long and they've gone all weird.
Oh, and they get
Hate
like
that.
slimy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's not edible, but they have like they seem
Yeah.
a little bit slimy.
Just before they're no longer edible, because no one's touching them because it's gross.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's a bit, battered and bruised, especially given the environment you're in at the minute. It's not doing well. Oh, hang on.
maybe
I
it's
can ask them what it is for me book, can't I? And then I can give it to them as a gift. Because maybe they like presents.
Do you have? Oh, maybe that's where we wrote it down. In the
maybe it's a young myconid and it's now dried and squashed.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because it would have actually dried out now, wouldn't it? It would have gone. It would have started to go a little bit like and then it would have just dried out.
Oh no!
Yeah. You have a partially degraded, now fully dried out mushroom. Good luck.
In that case, hold on. I'm sure I've got a thing for that. I don't know. That's why we didn't eat it. Because we were told it's probably a really good idea not to eat that.
Yeah, was that in the gnome camp that we found that? One of the.
No, it was in one of the tunnels on the way here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a vague memory of her looking for mushrooms along the way, and I was just like, "Yeah, fuck it, okay, let's just go."
We did pick some mushrooms in some of the areas where the deep gnomes had
Yeah,
camps.
but
But I know, yeah.
But I don't think Anya did, because she'd stayed back at the other camp while we went ahead, and then they caught up with us quickly.
Did they?
So I don't know whether she stopped in that cave. Well, I'm guessing she picked up samples from that cave on the way through.
I was with you all when we did it because I gave it to Sir Gregory.
No, not the white mushroom. There was another. There was another cave that I don't think you. I don't think you played that weekend.
Yeah.
So we just said that you'd stayed behind with the camp.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because I was waiting for.
But then when
you
you caught up, you would have gone through that cave, but we didn't role play. We just said, "Oh, now you've caught up," sort of thing.
Oh, it's
eventually.
But you would have.
Because we had an adventure on the way.
That's true.
It scared the shit out of Borgen.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought it was fun chasing the bats.
But yeah, there was a whole cave that was like I can't remember rightly now. There were all kinds of mushrooms. There were like glowing ones and like ones that looked like grasses.
Yeah.
Like at a distance, it looked like it was grass, like a grassy field with mushrooms growing out of it. But it turns out the grass was also like these little tubular mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
There were bright yellow ones or green ones or something. Or there were phosphorescent ones in there anyway, I think. Giving off light.
Made a lot of notes about the mushrooms.
But yeah, so there was, but like it was more of just like these things kind of crop up in places. So you probably, as a dwarf and druid, heard of them and seen them, and they're probably not rare mushrooms, if that makes sense. Like people know what they are, what they do.
Okay.
So you would have probably been like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm not really seeing one of these, or not seen one for ages. This is fun," and then just picked the ones that were useful to you and left the ones that weren't and carried on or something.
This one tastes like crap. I don't want this one.
yeah. So yeah, she probably did pick up some samples. We've probably been eating them since then, and didn't even realise. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so you make your way to their colony, and I would have thought probably at this point. I mean, you've been left alone like since we all had that night after we met with the king and everything and the ambassadors and had the conversation, and then we all went to sleep after feasting, all went to sleep and all that stuff. So I'm assuming at some point the next day it wouldn't have taken on you long to go and find the Myconic colony. So I'm assuming you've already been there at this point and you know your way back. But it is it's everything you'd probably expect from Myconic colony, but they actually tend gardens of mushrooms. I don't know how much you read up on them or know about them.
I've seen them in Baldur's Gate. They dance and they sing.
I don't know how I don't know how lore accurate there is, but like they essentially have all kinds of weird shit going on. Well, weird to outsiders, but to them it's normal. But they have like literal gardens. So some of it is mushrooms that are edible. Some of it is
taste spores everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. There's also like giant mushrooms that have got mushrooms growing on top of them and sprouting from them, and there's all different types of mushrooms and colours and varieties. But also,
should them look like penises?
Yep, definitely, yeah. And then there's a whole section that's being tended at the far end of the cave where there's also some gnomes wandering about as well amongst the Myconids.
Oh, God, I've seen what happens to them.
Well, anyway, in this case, maybe not the same. Well, because just remember that the Myconids are providing them with their bang bang powder or their explosives for the bombs that they're making, and that's what this is. It's a whole field of these deep black mushrooms, just little kind of like fairly regular looking mushrooms, but they're a deep black, like almost like a charcoal black. And it's just almost a quarter of their colony is taken up with it, and they're being farmed by and tended to by the Myconids, and helped by the gnomes, who are then, you assume, taking whatever's harvested and processing them.
Okay, are they gnomes?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's what the ambassadors from the gnomes were. They're all deep now. I don't know if I'm.
Yeah, you did.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it's been a long time ago.
I have the worst memory.
Same. That's why I shouldn't fucking wing it so often, and then not write it down. That's why I rely on Net. That's what she takes notes for. So that's what. So like, Net could tell me anything from early in the campaign, and I'd be like, okay, maybe, as long as it's vaguely realistic and something that sounds like something I might have said, she'd get away with it.
Dorbo, Mathok, and Seni Mathok. Those are the details.
I've got
Dorbo. I write it like I
like you hear it.
Yeah, Darbo and Sunny.
Yeah, it is Dorbo and Senny. Yeah,
Yeah.
Digger Mattock.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Digger Maddox. Yeah. That's the one.
However, when you return this time, you are greeted by. I mean, they all know you now because they've got to know you, and they speak to you in that weird way that they speak.
Can I keep some hay spores?
Can you what?
No,
Keep some
that's
hay spores.
that's not a thing either. That's Baldur's Gate 3 gaming.
Yeah.
That's not a real thing.
Oh.
Anyway,
You're currently playing Dungeons and Dragons. You're not playing Baldur's Gate 3 on the interface.
anyway, so as you return this time with your newfound gem,
Mhm.
it's probably. I would say that you've probably been there in the morning of the first day.
Okay.
And she's worked through the night on the gems and stuff, and she's taken Worm and Borgen and Shin away and brought them back, and they've been like, "Oh, look at our shinies." At that point, she hands you your rune gem, and she takes away Sir Gregory. After having said to you that you might be better off visiting the Myconids. So this is kind of like later in the day, moving into evening.
Okay.
You arrive at the cave and you're greeted by some of them, I guess. We'll say it's the ambassador because that's an easier. Whose name is whatever it is in fucking spore language. I don't think we even did a name, did we? Because it's kind of just more of an essence of who they are, sort of thing. But yeah, so he greets comes waddling up on his little tiny fucking. He did have a name.
Yeah, but I don't have a. It just says, Mechano King and the Digger Knockups. That's what I have for the King and the Ambassadors.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I think their names you got more of a sense of who they were rather than actual
like
names.
a sound, like they made up.
No, because they don't make noises.
Oh,
That's right. Yes, because somebody tried to tell you the
In your
name,
head.
and then they told you it in your head. But it's kind of more of a feeling of a sense of who they are rather than.
Yeah, it wasn't like a proper name. I think.
Because they don't really do it in your head either. It's done with spores. so you smell the name.
Ah, that's a nice name.
They'll be like, I've got a cold. Sorry, what?
Come again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So he greets you, and he's like, "Oh, what? You're welcome to walk around the colony. They don't have a problem with you being there." But he's kind of like, is there something he can help you with?
What's that? Oh, that's what the black stuff is.
So you already. Well, I'd say you probably already knew that from the morning when you'd visited.
Oh, okay.
So I'd say you visited in the morning, probably gone off to eat, and then come back, and then she said, "Oh, you might want to go back to them basically with your gem and see what they can do for you."
I'm going to offer up that dried mushroom.
Okay.
I comparing kiss.
Okay.
Looking for that.
Did you touch it with your bare hand?
I'm imagining, knowing that it was dangerous, or possibly dangerous, it's probably in a cloth or something.
Right. Okay. So he kind of takes it and looks at it a bit curiously, and then he's like, "Oh!" And then he tells you what it is, and it's essentially it is quite a really fucking dangerous mushroom that would have probably killed you. But he also says that they don't have any in their current colony, and they haven't had any since they moved here. And whilst they're highly dangerous and toxic to, I guess, humanoids, I would say, or to some races, they're not to his people. So he thanks you for it, and he's going to add it to their collection. Well, they will add it to their garden at some point.
Made the mushrooms happy.
I would say that that it's one of those weird ones with the black mushrooms, the explosive ones, or the ones that the gnome's helping them with.
Mm-hmm.
That they don't they do it because they know it needs to be done.
Yeah.
But they'd rather not be grown, or at least they'd probably grow them anyway because they can, and they can be used for other things as well. But knowing what they're being used for, they're not really happy about it. But because they're quite peaceful people, but they also understand that sometimes you got to do things. So they can't wait until it's all been finished with and processed, and actually they're glad that this is the last big crop or harvest of them, if you like, because obviously it will be. Because if this doesn't work, then
And I'm sensing all this.
I
Getting
got the-
information overload.
Yeah, okay, so-
Straight to the brain.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, basically. Wow, thanks. Okay. Yeah. So he explains to you that obviously that's a rare one that they don't have, and they're grateful to be able to add it to their colony. Is there anything else we can help you with?
I have gem. Brain working on.
Right.
I have this gemstone that I've been given, and I was told that maybe you could help me be able to bind it to me.
Okay. So he kind of looks at you a little bit, and he sort of nods to himself, and he just tells you, like, he kind of tells you to come along with him in his weird little way of doing it. And he just like does his little weird staggery little walk because he's only got little stumpy legs. And he, as you're walking through the vast cavern that they call home, their colony at this time, he's kind of chatting to you about stuff that's going on around and other things that you might not have had pointed out to you the last time you were there. But you find yourself getting really drowsy.
Okay.
Like really drowsy. And then you don't remember anything else other than some strange, weird, hallucinogenic dreams that you have through the night. All kinds of weird stuff going on. Like, absolutely bizarre. At one point, you're pretty certain that you're Pico flying around in some tunnels and stuff with a bunch of little friends or something. It's really fucking weird. However, when you eventually come round the next morning, you find yourself in like a small patch of various different mushrooms. So some are deep purple, some are light fluorescent colours and stuff like
that. And not just a patch of wetness.
Yeah, just piss yourself. all the fucking Myconians are now like, you're not so welcome here anymore. And next to you, on the floor, and we will have to make something for this. I haven't done it yet, but we can do it between now and next time. Is what you asked for, long time ago. So when you said that you wanted like the things combined, yeah. So when you return to the group, so it'll be in the. Well, so okay. So two things. One, Pico's by your side, and he wasn't earlier. That she wasn't when you. She was sort of like flapping about, but she wasn't like but she's kind of like tucked under your arm, asleep, almost like she's exhausted from a long night of adventure or something. Those things are combined, but embedded within the shaft of your new item is a strange glowing green seed type thing. And it looks like that has caused. So what is it? It looks like that has caused those two items to grow together and bind themselves. And in the center is the head of your weapon, of your new item, is your gem.
Awesome.
And you. Cool. Right. So first of all, we're gonna have to make that, and you can name it if you want.
Okay.
Because it is yours. It's been created for you. But like the full story of like that coming about will happen when we do the Pico adventure. Okay. I just wanted to tie it all together. But this is what happens to you. You walk in there, you fucking pass out, and you wake up and you're like, "What the fuck?" Oh, that's pretty cool. So yes, so you have now available to you the Halo of Spores, yeah?
Thank you.
As you wanted to use it. Hang on a minute. Do you want to do it? Hang on, I'm trying to fucking read. So do you want to do it so that it activates when you wild shape?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well there you go then. I will make or we can make the item, or I will, or some whatever. You can do the artwork for it, I guess, or somebody can. Say that again.
I can probably help her if it's a whole brew item. I can probably help her. And try or do you have
possibly. Yeah. Well, it's going to be her legendary item.
Okay.
So I will make it.
Yeah,
Because it's going to need all the
awakening thing.
Because there'll be more to it than just the Halo of Spores, but that will be part of it. But yeah, so you've now got. I mean, you can describe it to the group if you want, or when you make your way back and they all see it.
Trot along. What the fuck happened? This is cool. His brain is. I swear I didn't take anything.
Oh, you did. I'm just saying, it was a weird path that he took you down, and you got really sleepy. That's what that happened.
Indeed.
Yeah, it was the road was called Rohypnol.
They were the 3 different mushroom types. Yeah, Rohyp and Null.
Everything makes so sense now.
So I'm guessing I'm back with the people now.
Yeah, you can get right back to the rest of the group, and they'll see. They'll see what is, I guess, in your hand.
My beautiful warhammer. Dwarven warhammer.
Oh, even better.
It's got like it's like a branch for its shaft, and a stone head, so there's no metal on it, and of course my pretty blue gem, and it has a owl engraved on it, pico shaped.
That's cool.
Yes.
Oh, look, I had to draw a new Warhammer thing. Oh,
Dwarven warhammer.
You got a picture of it, haven't you? I don't know if you can move it.
That's on my old PC. I haven't got the picture of that anymore. It's on my old computer, not this one.
Are you thinking which one are you thinking? Well, it's just it's an idea of how it looks, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't the exact, but this sort of. Oh, actually, it'd be on our conversations, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Hang on, I think I've got it. I don't know whether this will work though, because I'm shit at doing stuff like this.
Oh, it wasn't even that far up. There we go. I can find it. Yeah.
Something like that, wasn't it? Was that the one?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
But isn't it a cross between that? Didn't you say?
Oh yeah, that one. I remember that one.
Wasn't it a cross between that and the other one, which is
with the branch on it?
Yeah, so it's kind of somewhere between that and that. There you go.
So it's that sort of shaft, but with like the other hammer.
Cool. Oh, that's cool.
Here you go, Net. Get drawing.
Tomorrow, dude. Tomorrow.
So whilst that's happening, all right. So Gregory's been taken away. So the rest of you've essentially got the run of this keep, this fortress, town, whatever. But like I say, everybody's basically preparing for war. There's people coming in, there's people moving about, people carrying stuff in. People are busy. If they're not busy preparing, they're busy making sure that those that are staying behind can be cared for. Yeah? Say that again?
Can I do something just for funsies?
Yeah.
You know who I haven't talked to in a long time?
A lot of people.
Yeah. But a long time. So he was going on vacation.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Is she still out of range for a sending spell?
Interesting. How does sending work again?
Let me see.
While she's working that out, what is everybody else doing? Because this will be like the evening of the first day. So you've had the morning, you've probably looked about a bit. There's not a huge amount to do. Like you can replenish any stores that you need, anything like that. But there's probably, other than maybe visiting the Grove in the morning with Anya and stuff like that, there is a massive arena but that's not being used at the minute, like because they're doing other stuff. So if there's anything anybody else wants to do on that first day that hasn't.
I'm literally showing anybody who will.
Well, that's the second day.
Really fucking impressive.
Send a short message 24 hours to creature. The message might recognise you. Send an answer like the mana, spell creature, intelligence. Across any distance, even to other planes of existence. But if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance that the message does not arrive. So that's a 5% chance that it doesn't. Can you roll a percentile dice? That's just basically D100. Yeah. If it's okay, yeah.
That's so lucky. I read that initially as 90.
Yeah, I read it the other way around. I was like, yeah, no.
It's failed. Oh, no. 80 that.
Yeah. What do you want to say?
Hi, Grandma. With fire giants on the ground, ready for assault on Mesperanza. Could do with some help. Love, Sharag. Yeah.
20.
Okay. Yeah, that was very good. Well done.
That doesn't count the
Yeah. If we had them, then it was about 50. Okay. So you do get a message back. She first of all she asks. Hang on. So you get. So you get a good to hear from. Hang on, good to hear from you. How long has it been? There we go. That's 10. Right. When. Hang on. When do you plan to start the? So there you go. You can.
Was it
it's
a couple of more days, wasn't it?
Well, the fire giants have got to get there, so you're looking at. So this is the first day, so you're probably looking at 5 to 6 days from now.
All right.
Because they've got to get there first. The thing is, you're usually going to be left in the city basically with nothing to do for about 3 days, with very very few people left, basically non-combatants left. That's going to be it. Whilst you're like, we're just going to teleport there in about.
Okay, so I'm going to say, good to hear from you. Since the white dragon, I'll just say a week. Under a week. That's what I'm gonna reply. So I've heard, yeah.
Well, hang on. Since the white dragon, under a week.
It's been since the white dragon, because that's the last time you saw Grandma or heard from Grandma.
Right. Okay. So what she was asking you how long? She was asking you how long it's been.
Yeah.
Right. So she could have worded it. She probably would have worded it better to make sure you understood. And she had a few more words. She had a few more words left. But she was asking how long it had been since you'd last heard from her or seen her, or how long it had been since she'd gone.
White dragon.
Right. Okay.
Because she left after the white dragon and said that.
But she doesn't. Right. Okay. So sometimes time moves differently.
Yeah, different
So she needs to know how long it's been for you, because she knows how long it's been for her.
How long?
So how long has it been since the white dragon?
About 6 days, hasn't it?
Not quite, because we went white dragon, came back to thingy, which took Uthadurn. How long did that take to get to Uthadurn?
No, we were there because we were.
You were further up in the same mountain.
We were attacked. We were attacked at Uthadurn, but then we had to go further away, didn't we? So
you went. Wait, you went.
Then we
fought
came.
You fought the dragon, came back.
Yeah.
I think you come back to Pale Bank and then walk down. Did you go back and get your ship or something?
Yeah, because Halloween happened and then we were we teleported somewhere outside Uthadorn.
Oh, okay. So you left the dragon. I did Halloween.
Yeah.
Then we're basically after fighting Geladon, we ended up back at essentially the next day we were at Uthadorn. But then they wouldn't let us in because there'd been a white dragon fucking about, and that was our fault. And they shut the whole city up with all their weird fucking doors. And then we were like, fuck it, we'll go and deal with this fucking bullshit in the south then.
Yeah, but didn't we have to go through Uthadorn to get to that?
Yeah. No, because we went to go and fight the Lich that everybody's forgot about because it was meant to be a really epic battle.
We had to do that by going through.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no. So we convinced them to open up and let us in.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So you had a day sort of in Uthadorn.
Yeah. Then we went through the tunnel.
Then you went through the tunnel. That took 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 days, and then there was about another day to get to whatever the fucking place was called, and then you have to get back. So that's about a week.
Yeah.
And then you've been in the Underdark, as far as you're aware, because sometimes time moves differently. What? So it's 3 days to get here. Then it took you. Been at least a week in the Underdark by your reckoning.
So like
and you went a day up, back, and then there were.
It's probably about a month.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that seems about right.
Because I did buy the inn as well, didn't I? At some point.
Yes, because we didn't just leave. What I can't remember why we decided to come down here. Oh, we got attacked in the inn by the assassin that Worm just went. I'm just going to neutralise you immediately. Fucking ruined my night.
She's in the Iron Flask still, the bitch.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how long, like however long we hung out in the city. So yeah, like let's say it was a month.
Yeah.
That you've been here.
So I say it's been a month.
Okay, and you're planning to start the attack in what?
5 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah. Sometime tonight, maybe.
5-6 days.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right then. So you respond. So you sent another one back, so she can respond again. Mm-hmm. She's going to tell you that things are going well. Mm-hmm. It's been a lot longer for her. However, she may be able to help, but you're not to rely on it.
No.
And that's a grandma giving you, but you're not to rely on it. So fucking watch out for yourself.
Thanks, Grandma. I love you. Hope to see you soon.
So she sent another one back, and she's like,
"Yeah."
Like she basically, she just says the same back to you. Okay.
Then you do another one. Says bye.
Yeah. Bye. No, you hang up.
I have the possibility. Yeah, 3 spell slots. I mean, if we're not moving out anything.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
yeah,
that's fine.
Okay.
Right, is anybody like obviously Shin, Borg, Worm? You've all had yours fucking handed to you. You're probably admired them for a little bit, but what is there anything you just want to do in particular while you're here? So there isn't a huge amount that's available to you, but if there's anything in particular you want to do,
I'm sparring with Shin.
All right,
Oh.
fair enough.
It's got to be a blinding thing going on between me and him.
Yeah, everybody's watching. There's just fucking sparks, which is weird because Worm doesn't even use a fucking metal weapon, but it's just a fucking blur of action. Both just stood stock still, but they're just going. Okay, fair enough. Oh, so I'm assuming then you're going to. Borg is probably going to be doing something similar, like testing out what the limits of his new bracers. That seems about right. Yeah, because I suppose that's. I mean, most of the first day you're going to eat, drink. You've been traveling a lot, so you're probably going to want to fucking relax and stuff as well. And there's plenty of food, stuff like that. Whenever you need it, you know where to go and get it, but you kind of have to go and get it from the kitchens and the stores. But there's plenty of it. No one's upset by who's going and getting it, I guess. I'm guessing Vorax probably sparring with probably his sister when she's not talking to Grandma.
Yeah.
Probably just because like everybody
She's
else is
actually
fine. They're just gonna
talking
get bored
Grandma
and stuff.
try to, fend them off.
Yeah. He's just like punching you in the side of the head.
Bye. Oh,
Or just
shoot.
toe
Oh.
poking you in the ribs. Come on! Stop it! Let's go fight!
Sophisticated, come on!
I was talking to Grandma. Oh,
Uh,
how was you? How was you?
How long have you been in the Underdog?
Huh?
How long have you been in the Underdog?
Was that a couple of weeks? Is that what you said?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So we've
thing
done.
that you do with your younger siblings when you hold your hand on their forehead and they're like, trying to get
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
She's doing that to Warwick.
But she can't because he's nearly the same size.
Yeah, but trying to talk to Grandma and doing that.
You don't mean like when we were kids because the phone used to be at the bottom of the stairs and you used to like run down the stairs and jump over your sister's head and then accidentally kick her in the head and get told off. You don't mean that, no.
No.
Or get past her on the stairs and then slam her into the wall as you go on the stairs because she's talking to a boyfriend. And it's funny. Sorry. Anyway.
But, it's very, getting better.
Leon's like, "What's this? Why was the phone just stuck at the bottom of the stairs? What's that all about?"
What a phone.
Yeah, why don't you take it upstairs with you?
Yeah. What if she's going to sit on her own bed? What?
No, I've got a phone with a cord on it actually,
A phone with a cord on it. Fuck me.
and it's got the old button dials.
That's because the battery's not working properly.
No,
Constantly plugged in.
when the power goes out.
I don't think anybody ever uses them these days, do they?
We
It's
got
like,
rid
I
of
saw it
ours.
on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah, I still.
We've still got it. It's just not plugged in
Yeah,
or
it's the
used
same.
ever.
It's in the cupboard.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Okay.
even
It's
though
about
actually
if it's
ours
a
are
person.
fucking cordless ones anyway, because there were the. Yeah. Anyway. Right. So we've done Anya. Done Worm, Shin, Organ. So Gregory went off, didn't he? That's right. I said Sir Gregory next. Right. So. Sir Gregory, as you are walking with Hazel back to the Rune Forge, she says to you, just out of interest, can you remember which layer of the house you were on when you were? It's kind of.
There's 999, isn't there? Or is it the 9
No,
house?
that's the abyss. It's nine houses, nine
Nine
houses,
houses.
and a million abysses.
It was the third.
I don't know which one that is.
I didn't hear which one he said.
Third.
Oh, no, God, we
So
were
it's
looking
not-
at this earlier because we were looking up which one these was. These.
This is the.
So it's not because Avernus isn't, because Avernus is the first layer, isn't
Avernus
it?
is the first. These is the second. Fucking hell.
9.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, why'd you have to be all like that and be really, like awkward? Just give me a fucking list. Why'd they have to? Oh, I'm going to give you a whole fucking talking to about it.
How do you pronounce that? Minorus?
Minorus. Yeah, Minorus.
Oh, Minor. Yeah, so it's Minor like Minotaur. Minorus.
Ah.
And the
Oh,
No,
so
it
it's-
wasn't that one.
No, he doesn't want
It
that
wasn't
one. Which,
that one because
no,
that's the one we went to.
yeah.
We
Oh,
went
that's
to that
the one we
recently,
went-
didn't we?
No, you don't know that was definitely where you were.
I know, but it
That's the
was.
one we thought you were in the other campaign.
Well, Avernus
It
is a
was
fiery
the
layer.
fourth.
isn't
It was the fourth.
it? Phlegmos. Oh, so yeah, so that is the realm of fire
Yes.
with Belial, Belial,
Belial.
Belial, and
Yeah.
Fiona. That's her name.
Plagueis?
Yeah, it's because that's right. Because the first Avernus isn't like really fiery. It's just kind of fucked up and wasteland, isn't it? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. So you were in
Plagueis.
Flamethos. That's what I'm going to call that. Right. Okay.
Like
Um,
Just looking at everything else below that is cold. It's icebergs, rocks, abandoned cities. I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, that isn't that where
frozen wastelands. Yeah.
The abandoned cities, isn't that where the city of Brass is? Or is that?
And that's Maladomini. No, that's the ruler of. It's under Archduke Balzabul.
Right.
Mephistopheles is number 8, and then Asmodeus is number 9.
Why is there 2 frozen wastelands?
That's what I mean. It all gets colder as you get further from it, for whatever reason.
Exo says.
Well, I don't know. The Nessus isn't really. That's all like massive fucking pits and shit.
Oh well, yeah.
But yeah, it's weird that there's. Well, I guess Avernus isn't really fiery, but it is sort of. It has that anyway. Right.
Yeah.
So you are. Right. Okay. So Flechathos, that one. So when you say, she's like, okay, and so around about this time you kind of reach in the room forge, and she invites you in and then shuts the door, and it's fucking dark in there.
No, it's not.
It is, but not for you because it is. But you can see.
But I don't realise that it is. It's like
yeah, you don't even know the door's shut apart from hearing it shut or feeling it shut. I don't fucking know. Okay. So she says, well, and then she says, if you don't mind, and she kind of points to a bench, a workbench, essentially.
Oh, no.
And it's clearly been laid out and cleared so you can lie on it.
he walks up and just sort of sits on it, lies down.
Yeah.
Oh no, sits on the edge, just swinging his legs.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's
don't know what's happening yet.
That's actually better for her because you're at the right height for her then to do what she wants to do next. One question though, and it's up to you. First of all, well, 2 questions actually. Then, what kind of gem do you want it to be?
It literally looks like a white round gem with a black slit in the middle of it.
Right. Okay. And you don't want because I'd read so you don't want it as like glasses. You want a gem.
A gem.
Right in the middle of your fucking forehead, right? That's what you want. Right. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. So she says, your circumstances. As she's looking you over, and she's kind of like, and you can feel her reaching out with her kind of magical sense. Yeah. Nothing like too probing or anything, but she's just kind of you've been inspected before, you know what this feels like. She says, are you aware that your body still exists somewhere? The only way your soul can still be here in this active is if your body's still in existence and still maintained somehow.
No, I thought this was my body. No.
And then she does that. She goes, She reaches two fingers right into your eye slits. Well, there's nothing there, is there?
Yeah, but he points his hand and says, "Ow!"
Yeah. And she just looks at you like, really? Like, what? So she puts her fingers back in again and hooks your helmet. And she brings the newfound gem to the center of your forehead. And she, like, just before she places it on your forehead, she says, "When all this is done, you should come back here. Because in the deepest levels, we actually have a gate into Flegemos, whatever it's fucking called. It's not open all the time, but we can open it and reopen it when we need to. If you are... somebody's inhabiting your body, or something's inhabiting your body somewhere." And then she places a gem on your forehead.
What's she looking at as she's talking to me? Is she looking at me?
She's looking directly into your eyes.
No, I mean, is she looking at the body or is she looking at the helmet?
She's looking at the helmet.
All right, I was going to say
Because she's holding it to place the gem in it. To place the gem into the helmet, and then she does, and there's a blinding flash of light. Okay, and you find yourself drifting, floating, weightless. Memories flash by of being stuck under the ship, in the ship, under the ocean. Every morning at dawn, reaching out, hoping that the Dawn Father himself, your god, would somehow help you because you couldn't move yourself. And then obviously the day where somebody did turn up and you were able to get help. And you find yourself just kind of you're rescued and you're floating on the ship. And as you're sailing off, you find yourself watching the first true dawn that you've seen in a very long time on the ship. And as you admire it and I don't know, I guess worship in whatever way you do, or think of your deity, the movement around you seems to shift from the gentle rocking of a ship to more firm, solid ground. And as you look away from the blinding sun, which you can see, by the way, and you couldn't when you came out of the ship, out of the water and on the ship, and you can see the ship properly as you would expect to be able to see it. But now as you look around you, you no longer can. There is no ship. Just vast fields of green, rolling hills of green, and a bright sun in the distance, up in the sky. And just off to the east, you can see the glittering gold of a palace. Right, really far off in the distance. What would you like to do?
I'm going to start walking towards the east.
Okay. And as you do, you keep walking and walking and walking and walking. It doesn't seem to be getting any closer. Or it is, and this thing is fucking massive. What would you like to do?
I'm going to start running.
Okay. And obviously, given your abilities in life and your ability, like the fact that you don't even have a body or fucking lungs, you just start running and running and running and running, and it's doesn't seem to be getting any closer. No time seems to pass. The sun doesn't seem to move in the sky. It just seems to be that pre-dawn sunlight rising in the east, just above this palace in the distance.
What am I wearing?
Okay,
so am I what I think is me?
You as you look down at yourself, you see you as you see yourself, yeah, as you would see yourself if you were flesh, like as you were before all this weird shit happened to you, yeah. Although slightly ethereal. Like everything else around you is substantial. But you're just ever so slightly, like, doesn't, you know.
Just bear with me 1 second. I just need to read something.
Okay.
Not a book. I'm not just going to.
I'll be back in a couple of days. If anybody else wants to go and get a drink or go to the toilet or anything, this is probably the time to do it.
No, I'm getting so hot.
I'm good. I got the fish behind me.
What, are you going to piss in that?
No, I did.
Wait,
There's a
what?
cartoon
Did he
nearby.
say he has a fish behind him?
That's what I heard, and I was like,
I heard a fish.
he had to have said fridge. Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 'cause he
I
plays
heard
the kitchen.
fish.
So
But I've got
He's
bottles.
supervised by his mom.
So,
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and paste something. What is Sir Gregory? Just it's features. He is a. Is it Oath of Vengeance or is it Oath of?
Wait, is there
Oh. I don't know. No,
Where's it
Oath
tell
of
you?
the Champion, isn't it? Oh, Oath of Conquest. Oh, fucking hell! I've just. Right. So.
Oath of Conquest, right?
Yeah.
So he went to right. Okay, but right. So that's not what he was.
Oh, wait, what? He wasn't in proper for the
No, he wasn't that. Because what he was one of those. No, yeah.
Oh, Player's Handbook. Oh, cool.
No. So look at what it says. Look at what it says for level 20.
Oh, so he was an Oath of Vengeance. Right,
Yes.
yeah, that makes sense, actually, given the time that he was around and what was going on.
Yeah. So look at what level 20 ability he's got.
Oh, man. You're going to make me click on it. It's just fucking... What is going on? Why is it flickering like that? What the
It's
fuck?
doing it to me. It keeps reloading.
What?
Yeah, it just keeps fucking loading. What the
Oh,
fuck? Stop it!
Yeah.
Right, if you move a little bit, it stops. Right. Oh, no, it doesn't.
I had it minimized.
I don't
feel
know what I don't know what it's doing. So
It's just constantly reloading, and it's just
Is it?
like and it's jumping around and fucking flickering and. Oh, I can't fucking hang on a minute.
Look at it.
Why is it doing that? Though? Oh, what's it?
I wonder if it's
Oh.
because it's you've got to have 2024 players handbook.
Yeah, but I have.
Yeah, but I don't. Has everybody got that?
They've got access
You
to
got
it.
access to it because I bought
Oh,
it.
unless it's because of the link. Maybe I need to access it myself.
Yeah.
Because we updated the thing and now it's broken.
It just broke everything. Yeah. Right. It's the eight. It's the eight. I did see it. I couldn't read it though because it kept fucking flicking.
Let me just do.
It's
let
the
me
angel.
just do-
Oh no! The whole player's handbook's doing it. When I click on it, yeah. Like if I click on the Oh Jesus! I can't fucking look at that. Fucking, I'm not even epileptic or anything, but that's just fucking. I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
don't do it. I've just.
No, yeah. So if you go into sources and click on Player's Handbook 2024, on mine it was even that page was just fucking doing the thingy. That was really fucking weird. Right. I have to look at why it's doing that.
Angel.
Yeah. So, because he appears to have his
Oh,
body,
I see. Yes. Okay.
he's gonna
You got a
try.
bit flying, buddy.
he's gonna try flying again.
Okay.
Because he's
And-
remembered a load of stuff, isn't it? So
Yeah. And he's kind of striving for that now, but then he's also, you've looked at yourself and gone, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. So yes, you do. You sprout a huge set of, I'm guessing, angel wings.
Hmm.
And as you launch yourself forward, slowly but surely, that golden palace starts to get closer. Close, or you get closer to it, I should say, because it's not moving. As you get closer and you arrive, there are this palace is fucking ridiculously big. It is. It's on the scale. It doesn't even. It's difficult to comprehend the scale of it. Now, like there's full-grown ancient golden dragons on the walls and on the parapets, and in various places, just kind of sat around it, around the keep, that look like nothing more than fucking gargoyles on the walls. It's so fucking big.
Oh, so you're saying it's the Imperial Palace of Terror?
Essentially, yeah. But you will yourself forward, and you eventually make your way to the entrance. And you kind of feel at this point like you could continue. It's up to you. You can continue to fly, but you feel like if you were to touch down now, you would be able to walk if that's what you wanted to do,
So,
and
yeah,
things would work properly.
lands again.
Okay, and as you make your way forward down the main, well, actually, it's just a singular corridor that leads its way off. Pure, it's not even it's white marble walls and pillars with gold veins running through it, and itself is like the whole thing is just great. It's almost painful to look at. And you eventually find your way to the throne room, and before you, sat upon a huge throne of gold, is Pelor himself, the Dawnfather. And he just looks down at you, and without any words, or not any words that you can remember, he looks down at you, reaches out, and you feel yourself vibrate with radiant energy. And then everything gets brighter and brighter and brighter around you again. And as you kind of like close your eyes because it's getting so fucking bright, you open them, and you are sat in the Runeforge, in front of Hazel, up on the table that you got on the top of the bench. And you can now see. And you feel like somehow being able to actually see the things that are going on around you. But you can also still sense everything in the way that you used to. You still have the heightened senses that you had before, but now you can actually see with what appears to be your own eyes. You feel like somehow because of that, you'll be better able to defend yourself. And when you...
And I can see colours. Well, I can't see it here because it's dark, but I can see colours.
Well, it's not that dark. It's dull. It's dim light, so you can see yourself. Now, this bit's up to you. Because obviously it means changing stuff, but it's whether you want to or not. I envisioned it personally as your armor now having like a faint gold sheen to it, and that's to represent the.
To be perfectly honest, whenever he was messing around doing the things, I actually lined the edges of all his armor in gold.
Yeah, and when you're. And what I'll say is, when you're in combat and you're actively fighting, and you're maybe even when it's like when you activate your sword, that maybe it glows more. It kind of gives off it'll give off radiant energy because that's what's going to strike back at anything that hits you. And with that, I just need to double check what I'd actually fucking said because I'm trying to line it up with everybody else so it doesn't seem too much. 2 seconds. Okay, so when you are. Where the right, so essentially you've got everything that you asked for, so you can see. And you've got a better improved AC because you can see. However, when you are actually hit, anything that hits you will take 1d10 damage. So it is a roll for each time they hit you.
So it's the same as the armor of Agathis then.
Sort of, yeah, but it's radiant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. And you just, yeah. And she says, she's like looking at you like, so in your mind, like this thing took quite a long time to happen to you, right? Not like hours or anything, but like you were there for a while, like initially walking and then running and then flying. But something just tells you that you like the way she's talking to you. It's like nothing's happened. Like there's been no time past it all. Because she's like, so yeah, when all this is done, we can open the way to if you feel ready. If somebody's in like she basically carries on just from where she left off, and just finishes saying what she was saying. But to you, it feels like it's been like hours.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know what this gem does?
She says, "Well, when we bind them to your soul, they take on the essence of the being. So each does. So some we can build in certain ways, but in a lot of cases, they'll just take on their own."
What I'm getting at is, does she know that it's doing?
Oh no, she has. She has no idea what's just happened to you.
Right.
She knows She knows that while she
vision.
was talking to you, she bound it to. She helped you bind it to yourself,
And she knew it
and
was
she knows that
something
everybody,
with
like a lot of
vision.
people, have like weird sort of visions. Or
no,
sometimes
what I
things
meant
like that
is-
happen, but she doesn't
What I
know
mean
what.
is she knows that it was supposed to be making me able to be sick to see.
Yes.
Right.
So
Doesn't
she
know about
understood.
the other stuff.
But she said like basically like sometimes the properties they take on change according to the individual, so that they can influence the gems in a certain way. So like for Worm and Shin and Borgin and that, they influenced them in a certain direction, but then whatever else they took on because that's who they were it's what suited their being, their person, if you like. Yeah. Well, that's. And then she's kind of like, "Well, I think. How do you feel? Are you good?"
I'm good.
All right. Well then, let's get you back to your friends. You don't really need guiding, although you do see the world in a very different way now.
Has everybody here seen Harry Potter?
No,
Yeah.
not even once.
Yes.
You
Have you ever? Do you know who Mad Eye Moody is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the one with the goggle.
Sorry.
I'm not sure.
Well, I didn't
to be
know what-
honest. No,
is the one
I
with
wondering at the goggle.
Yes, the one with the eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
So
an
it's
eye
got the-
patch, but it's an eye.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's essentially what Sir Gregory now has in the middle of his forehead. And it does the same thing as well. It can look
Yep.
behind him.
Because that exactly, yeah. So you still have the same range of vision, but you don't even have to turn your fucking head.
Yeah,
Just-
I can now see like colours and actual distance, so I can see more than 60 feet. So I can see what you can see now.
You can see these corridors of like
Yeah.
wrought iron that's glowing orange and shit like that, and the pillars and stuff. Whereas before, like you were aware of them, they were more like
Yeah,
shapes, weren't they?
There was an edge, there was
Yeah.
a wall and stuff. But now I can actually see everything. But yeah, which is a bit freaky because he's got a weird eye that.
Just keeps swiveling around in his fucking
Yeah.
Whilst he's talking to you as well. Whenever anybody walks behind him while he's talking to you, his eye just goes "Stoop." and then comes back when he realises it's not a threat. Okay. Ow. Right, who else we got? We got the twins.
Ember.
Ember. Right. Yes. Okay. Ember. Can't remember. Ember. I can't remember. It's been a long time since we talked about Ember. She was the first one we did, wasn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Did we decide on which way we were going? Is what I can't remember, because I can sort of remember what we would. I can remember what it is that she's getting and what it does to her, but I can't remember which one we decided, which effect we decided it would have.
It was like a dot, wasn't it?
Right. Okay. Shit. We might have to work out how that. We might have to work out how that works. I can't remember because there's not really dots in D&D.
No, I know.
So we'd have to. I think it would have to be. Oh no, hang on.
A lingering dragon thing. Yeah, because she's draconic, isn't it? No, I had to double check. She's draconic.
Oh, she's a draconic sorcerer, isn't she? Yeah.
Yeah.
I will have to look into it, but it might be. Right. Okay. Anyway, so we'll work it out. Hang on. So she brings Sir Gregory back. Say that again. Yeah. No, I've got all that. I've got all that. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Shit, I'm closing everything. Stop it. All right. So, but that's like later in the day. So when Sir Gregory comes back, this is still the first day. So Worm, Borgin, Shin have got theirs. Anya's disappeared with hers. Off to see the Mushroom Man. Sorry, people, because you know we're not sexist. Just like their species are not racist because we're not racist. Does that make sense? So Gregory, you get yours, and that's kind of late in the evening. Kind of, yeah. All right then. So the next morning, so she kind of leaves Sir Gregory with you all, and she sits with you for a bit and eats and drinks and chats with you all, and she's clearly been working through the night and into this day and stuff like that. So you know, because she wants to get it done before they all have to leave and all that kind of thing. So she kind of sits and chats with you all and that kind of thing.
Shara informs her, Hazel that, hey, Grandma might be coming. Maybe, but just maybe though. Maybe, just maybe.
I can't remember whether she knew who Grandma was.
She knew of our clan though.
Right.
By
yes.
interaction, she knew about the storm walkers, but I'm not sure if she knew about Grandma. But she says it's like probably under a few drinks. She's like, "Yeah, Grandma might be coming. Yeah, you got a hold of Grandma. Yeah, that's cool."
Okay. In that case, Hazel's going to be like, "Okay, is she handy in a fight?"
She's a fucking dragon, girl. She's a fucking dragon.
Yeah, not everybody knows that, and Grandma kept it secret for a reason. But you're drunk, so you might have said it. That's up to you.
Because I think it's really cool because she hid it from everyone else, and I'm like, yeah, she's a dragon, she's cool, and she helped us with the white dragon. Yeah.
So you didn't defeat the white dragon by yourself? Because she didn't know that. She didn't know that at that point.
Yeah, but Grandma didn't do that much. She just flew us up and she threw us down, and Yeah. It was mostly us, though. Mostly us.
I really can't fucking remember. I gotta be honest with you. She was only there for a couple of rounds, wasn't she? And it was towards the end anyway, wasn't it? Couldn't she?
Yeah.
No, because she came.
Yeah, but she did fly us around a lot because she was pretty damaged at some point. I know she had, she carried us up to the fight with the dragon when she was flying around. So yeah. Most of us.
I can't fucking.
But hey, dragon.
So I was just reading what Anya said. So I hadn't seen it when you typed it earlier. I was busy doing my thinking in my head. Yeah, she's like, all right, okay. Like, fucking, she's had way too much to drink. So,
she's lying, that's what she.
Is Ember drinking, like heavily drinking? Obviously, the twins are fucking twatted, right?
No. Not as much as the twins, probably, because they're like, yeah, free ale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
okay. So she leaves later on in the evening, and she comes back the following morning. Yeah. And she kind of like sticks her head in the door, and the twins, I'm guessing, are still asleep, sleeping off a hangover. Although it's free ale, the twins are not going to be sober for very long at any point. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
And she kind of like sticks her head in, and she just sees that the twins are still asleep. Not even in the bedroom. I imagine just at the table, where everybody else is having breakfast at this point. She kind of sees Ember, and she like motions her to follow her. Okay. Yeah. So, as she is walking away with Ember, she says to you as you walk along, she says, while some of your friends' rune gems have presented challenges, yours, in some respects, were the easiest for us to create. But there have been other difficulties in, well, convincing the runesmiths that a member of the fucking hell, Cobalt Soul should be granted such an item. However, and this is just before she goes into the room, into the actual rune forge.
Yeah.
She says, "I have managed to convince them to allow us, or to allow you, what we're about to give you. So please, don't let me down."
I won't. And she opens her satchel and she opens like the book that she normally writes like everything down in, and she's like,
she just squints, not squints at you. She kind of glares at you a little bit. She's like, "I'm gonna fuck. I told you not to get that out."
no, but she wants to prove that, when she said that they're skeptical of the Cobalt Soul,
Yeah.
that she hasn't been writing anything at all.
Okay. So as you're showing her that, she's like, and she waves a hand over it, and it's immediately what she's doing. It's a spell of revelation, but to reveal anything that might be hidden, to see if you've actually been doing it but hiding it.
No,
magically.
She hasn't.
She's like,
actually been keeping true to her word that, when she got called out on it, she was like, "Oh, yeah, no, I'm not fucking that up."
And she's like, "And you won't reveal the secrets of what we're about to give you?"
No.
Amber's like, "Give me trinkets. Everybody else got nice shinies. I'll do anything, please." Okay, so she takes you in. She just takes you into the rune forge, and it is dark inside. Actually, Sir Gregory would have seen them as he was leaving, and the others would have seen them. But there are runesmiths. There are other giants in the room. One in particular is the only only fire giant you've seen that looks visibly old. Like doesn't even have like fucking red hair or anything like that. Like he kind of more ashy, coal black, kind of mixed with ash sort of hair. Who is actually when you're brought into the room, he's the one that approaches Ember, and Hazel steps back. And you are there is no table or bench or anything where you be here this time. But there is, as you were stood in the center of the room, you personally can feel the energy in this room. Like there are vast magics at work here, or have been at work here over time. You can feel like it's almost like there's a base level of magical energy in the room, if that makes sense at all times. It just feels kind of alive to you and tingly.
Yeah. Makes my tail tingle.
I know how that
Oh
feels.
god, is she wagging her tail now?
Yeah, probably. It's like a cat. It's like a cat. It's just involuntary, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
or no, actually, probably more like a dog. Emma's trying to look all serious and somber and shit, and her tail's just at the back going.
Yeah, pretty much that's what happened. Yeah.
So this huge older giant approaches you, and as he does, he lifts something off a table. And as he approaches, he kneels down in front of you, which, he's older, he shouldn't have to do that. That's a bit out of order. But obviously he needs to get down to your height. And he kind of and there's a moment where he just takes an intense look at you. Like, deep into your eyes. Which is really difficult as a giant, because obviously his eyes are further apart and a lot bigger than yours. Because you're tiny compared to him. Anyway. But there's you get the feeling in that moment that this was a person that Hazel had to convince. Yeah, out of all of them, this is a person. And that's why he stepped forward. And he's kind of looking, then kind of looks over your shoulder at Hazel where she stood by the door. And he goes, "Very well." And he takes from the covering that he's got in his one hand. He opens it and he pulls out 2 golden rings, but they're more on akin with like a bracelet size ring. They're not like finger rings.
Yeah.
With we said rubies, didn't we?
Yes.
Right. With rubies, like smaller rubies embedded all the way around. With you can see engraved into them the giant runes. And he says to you, he says, sometimes people experience visions when receiving these gifts and having them bound to them.
Okay.
Don't be scared. And with that, he actually just reaches forward and just places them both over the stumps of your horns.
Okay.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Hold on. He's put a ring over something on the head and it's going to grow.
What?
I've seen them. You can buy them.
Oh. What?
You say
I don't-
wisdom.
Is he talking about something? Is he talking about cock rings?
I think so.
Oh.
Is that
I
wisdom?
don't think they just grow because you put them on it. I don't know. Right. So yeah, sorry, wisdom save. Yeah. All right. Okay. There is a moment, sharp, searing pain, but in your mind, seemingly to like coming directly from the horns, which are obviously straight on your head. But you have more control than most people over your mind due to your training, and as you feel like you're kind of on the verge of some kind of, well, I suppose the choice is yours, because like he's just warned you that there might be a vision. Yeah, and you get the sense that you could fight the vision off if you wanted to.
No.
Or you could just flow with it. Okay, so it's a
because it's Ember. I think that she would flow with it because
Okay.
knowledge and
yeah.
seeing shit.
So you essentially experience a kind of, well, initially you find yourself, as you let yourself slip into this vision, you find yourself soaring across the skies. And as you, like, you know, take a minute to, like, take in what's going on around you, you realise that you are a vast, ancient red dragon in this moment. And then there's, and essentially you start to see, and I don't know how you see it, so that, like, what your version of this is, but you start to see that ancestry of yours played out from back in, like, you know, right back from the dragon who started it all, up to the, including all the demons and the humans that came together to create you as a tiefling, or your family line as tieflings. The whole lot, you just you kind of, after the dragon, you kind of float above all of that, almost like I can't think of the fucking word for it now. What's those dreams where you kind of like you?
Lucid.
That's the one. Yeah, almost like a lucid dream. Yeah. So you're well aware. You can see everything that's happening. You're kind of like above it all, watching it all happen. This family history play out over time, and the good and the bad of things that they did. But I mean, that's your. I don't know how you see that for Ember, so I'm not going to describe it all for you and get it all wrong. But that's essentially what.
Do you also see my parents in Nicodrama? Rec Centrum.
Say that again, sorry.
You also like see on this path to all the things. Do I also see my
you see, and then at the end you see your path. Like, it's everything up to your birth, and then your journey to where you are now. And then just at the end of it, there's that kind of, almost like Sir Gregory, but not quite on the same level. There's almost like an awakening as you wake up and you're feeling
she's
fire in your veins.
She probably just, her entire body is like engulfed at the end of that when she comes to herself. through this entire journey, she, she's engulfed in flames and just goes screaming, because all the power inside her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just letting it out. Ah!
Yeah.
And as you do, as you come to as you finish or come to the end of your bestial roar, although it's Ember, so I'm not quite sure how that sounds. As it echoes around the cavern, the rune forge, the older fire giant before you rests his hand on your shoulder. It's only just stopped putting in his mind, like from his point of view, again a bit like with Sir Gregory. He's only just stopped putting the rings on, like the rings on your horns.
Yeah.
So you just let go, and then you just engulfed it. You were just like suddenly like fuck.
Engulfed in fire.
You suddenly immolated. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, and then screamed at him, and he was like. So he rests his hand on your shoulder, and he's like, "Oh, you. I guess you had a vision then."
I saw everything. I saw wrong voice. Everything.
And
I was
are you
dreaming.
okay?
No,
Makes sense.
I'm fine.
Good.
Thank you.
And with that, you now have the ability to add a damage over time effect to any of your fire spells that hit anything.
No.
I think, and again, it's going to have to be one of those that we're going to have to watch carefully, and you're going to have to try and remember. It's not going to be like a long-term dot, because otherwise it's just going to become problematic. And I think that's probably why they don't.
Because that'd be stupid.
Well, my thoughts were that it would. And again, we can discuss this as a group, because obviously we don't want it to get out of fucking hand. So, like, if anybody else has any ideas on how we can manage this, please speak up. My initial thoughts were that it would just go like 2 rounds extra, but it would be half of the initial damage on the second round, and then half on the round half on the next round, half on the round after, half of that on the round after, and then it would fade off.
I think that makes sense.
The only problem
there are
is
effects in the game.
not really. No, you don't get a lot. There's no. And I think that's why, because then what if you keep stacking it?
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the other thing as well, is I don't know whether, because it's when you hit. So obviously you could miss twice and then it could burn off. So what I would say is they take the damage at the begin. They'll take the damage at the beginning of their turn. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you fight if you hit them with let's just say a firebolt, yeah, and you do 8 damage, then on the beginning of their turn they'll take another 4 damage, right? But then if between that and the next one you hit them again,
Yeah.
with a similar spell, then I think that should reset it
Yeah.
to whatever that one is. Yeah, you understand that? Because otherwise
Yeah,
you're just going to keep
totally.
stacking it, and then it's just going to be.
Yeah, but like I said, like, you got to dodge for like 1 minute. I think because that's a lot of rounds, so I think that's a bit too OP.
Well, when
So-
there's spells that do that, it's normally just the next.
Yeah.
You do like the acid
okay.
splash or something. It's like you
Yes.
take the damage, and then next time you take a little bit of damage. That's it. They
You
never
take
have
the half.
it more than
Actually,
the next one.
Well, okay. Well, we'll do it that way. We'll do it that way for now then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they'll take half the damage on the next round again, and then we'll see how that works out in comparison to everybody else's abilities, and we'll just see how that plays out.
Look really glorious.
Well, normally the way it's done is they take damage on your attack, and then on their turn, before anything happens, they take the half damage again.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say on their turn. Yeah.
So it's not like going back to you and then you do it. So it's if you fireball and somebody gets it, then they take the damage on your round or on your turn, and then on their turn
they'll take
in the
half damage
same
again.
round they take the half damage again because.
Oh my
they're burning.
god! I hadn't even fucking thought of that. That means everybody that gets hit by a fucking fireball. Oh shit! Yeah, no, that's what you're getting. You're not getting any fucking more than that.
No, I didn't
Shit.
want to. It was just like because you got these really. I don't even remember I went into detail how she got the ring bands, or if that was the Cobble Soul doing that. I probably did. It probably was the Cobble Soul doing the ring bands. But yeah, I don't want it to be OP, so 2 rounds.
Well, no, it'll just be the round after.
Yeah, that's fine too.
And then because especially because things like Fireball, that's gonna be fucking insane. That's gonna be fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
they're gonna take like 40 damage on one round, and then take 20 again before you even get back to them. That's a bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, oh, what do you mean? There's a whole horde of fucking drow coming running at us. Oh dear, they died in a round. One Fireball. Yeah, okay. I hadn't even thought about the implications of that. I gotta be honest.
Not the drow.
Fuck the drow.
No. Well,
No,
yeah.
no,
Yes,
literally.
please.
Yeah. What do you mean no? How dare you?
no, that's cool. That's cool.
I'll say, and if it needs tweaking later, we'll have to tweak it. But
Yeah.
I think that should be okay. Okay. Ugh. I need a drink.
So,
Oh no, don't fuck it, because we'll probably not go much longer. Okay, so I believe that leaves us with just the twins.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, as she brings Ember back, and everybody gets to see her new sparkly horn rings. Oh, do you want to describe how that looks now to the group?
Yeah,
As you come
but
back
it's
to
still
them?
kind of like the same band thing, but it has like rubies on it. The difference is that when she uses fire spells now, instead of being the holographic blue, they turn to bright, flaming red. You know, because she doesn't have horns for the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Have you ever explained where they went to anybody? Have we just
no, 'cause no one ever asked
not
why she
about
doesn't
that?
have horns.
Yeah, no one's ever asked. She just walks
Jay
around with these
knows-
holographic horns, and we're all just
Jay
like, "Oh, that's
knows
cool."
why,
Yeah, I know
knows
why.
why.
Yeah.
but no one's ever asked why she doesn't have horns, because she just has these stumps. Like Hellboy.
Yeah, but it's not something you just ask, though, is it?
Well, do you know what
Well-
the do you know what the difference is, though?
Well,
Normal people are like, "Oh, that's curious. I wonder why," but I shouldn't ask because that's probably rude. But in this group, everyone's just like, "Oh, that's cool," and then just gets on with it. They just don't give a shit. No one just stops to ask.
Yeah. Also, no one here would think it's polite not to ask, apart from
No,
Sir Gregory.
exactly.
Everyone else would just be like,
Yeah.
"Why have you got no horns, you?"
Yeah.
Weird
Or not,
thing
because
you-
they're just like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. That's her thing, right?"
Mhm.
It's like Sir Greg. But by that point, we'd already met Sir Gregory. What's a couple of fucking holographic horns? It's fucking nothing, is it? Like, I literally got a walking suit of armor that Shin reckons he can see the fucking person inside every now and again.
And we're like,
Shit.
stop these.
Stupid shit.
Yeah, but no one's
Okay.
ever asked, so.
So, the twins.
Is this
I'm
still
going to-
day one?
Nope, this is dead. This is the second day.
Oh, so I'm back now.
Yes, you're back now. Yeah, sorry. So,
Okay.
but at this point, you've come back whilst Ember was off having her horn sorted out.
Okay.
So Ember,
I'm gonna show Ember my axe.
okay.
My hammer.
See, I can do this, and I kind of toss like a minor cantrip fireball somewhere in my.
She's showing you a hammer. You just
Yeah,
ignored
while
her.
while I'm looking at the hammer, I'm like, oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
so cool. You know, like an exchange of, oh, look what I have. You know,
Yeah.
and she's really impressed. Oh, that is so cool. Look at my horns, and she go,
Nice.
Fragment horns.
"Wow, my horns."
Okay. And with that, I'm going to assume the twins are woken up at this point, and she's going to gesture to them to follow her. What?
I'm awake.
Oh, yeah. All right, so they're both just hung over, look, still eating again. It's like, what the fuck?
Chicken leg in the cheek, everything.
Yeah, just cramming it in. Huh? Oh, shit. Yeah, quick, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Is Borat taking food with him? Do I have to keep hold Pico down?
Oh yeah, no, well, yeah, probably actually, yeah. He probably got something in his hand. Pico's just like, Pico's like,
no.
oh no, Pico's still asleep because she's exhausted.
She's still tired. Okay.
Yeah, she's exhausted. She can't fly. She's like, oh, my little wings.
Oh,
Mommy, I'm so tired.
Oh no!
Don't even work. I don't think she's even flinched. She's probably like, even when you picked her up and like, instead of like tweeting around your head like she normally does, she's just like snoring and everything. Fucking owls, honestly.
I hold her in my arms. It's like, I love this silly owl. In the show Ember, the sleeping Pico. You've never seen this. Look at her, she's asleep.
I like tickle her tummy with my fingernails. Like, oh, she's so cute. Oh.
Gross. Anyway.
Fingers. Oh.
Just burnt it. No!
It's just nails in it. Long nails.
Yeah. Okay, no, I'll get onto that another time. Right, so the twins. Alright, so as she's... it's just general she realises quite quickly that you two are fucking hungover. And she's not going to get much sense out of you when she's walking to the room. She's just like, fucking hell. Like, but she does mention that the hours had been trickier to work on. Because they had to find. Well, she said that she tries to explain to you, although it's a twin, so they're probably not really. It's like, oh. The difficulty was finding gems of the right sort from the right place. They needed to be twinned for this to work, and it was difficult. However, they did find some. So hopefully this will work. And yeah, again, there's no table. This time when they come in, and actually, as you used to enter the room forge, it is still kind of dark in here.
Yeah.
It's like dim light because there is. So when I say it's dim light in here, there's kind of like odd lights coming from different workbenches around the room with different colours and stuff like that. But it's like this is a faint light that they're all giving off. So she brings you into the room, and as you used to enter, the other giants are still working. They're actually working on stuff and moving stuff around rather than just in the shadows at the time. Well, they had been for everybody else, but you wouldn't know that there was any difference with that because you hadn't been there. But as she enters, they all do stop and look towards you all. And she says, we have something we think you'll both enjoy. Hopefully this works. And she and the older giant again both walk over to one of the workbenches. It's glowing like a faint bluish sort of colour. And they return to you both with a set of harnesses like the ones that you already wear in design. And in the centre of each of them are massive blue gems, almost the colour of, almost matching your skin tone, but also sort of like the way that they glow a little bit is almost like a lightning flash bluey sort of colour.
Like my scar.
Like your what?
My scar.
Your scarf?
Scar. I have a scar.
Oh, your scar! Yeah, like that, yeah. And she kind of like look as they approach you with them. They're holding them out in front of them. Obviously, look fucking tiny to them. She kind of there's a moment of hesitation, and she looks at the older giant, and he's just like just kind of shrugs at her, and he's like, as if saying, "I guess we'll see." I don't know. It's like she says, "Look, we like." He also gives. He says, we." Twins. It's just kind of like he's just kind of taken aback by the fact that there's a pair of twin Goliaths stood in front of him and what everything that signifies. He's like, in theory, this should work. And they both lift them kind of well, they're kind of then waiting for you to do something as they're holding them in front of you.
It's like toddlers when you try to dress them and you hold their arms up like, go on.
Yeah, well, I was going to do that, but I was like, I don't. It depends what the twins do. Depends what the twins do. I'm going to assume that at this point Vorax is like, oh fuck, okay, and just starts taking this because you've seen what everybody else has come back with,
Yeah.
or been presented with. So he's like, oh fuck you, okay, and just starts taking his harness off. Okay, and they're incredibly well worked, little like metal flecks on them and all that shit. Yeah. Vorak takes his and puts it on, and then just fucking drops to the floor.
What are you doing? Like, get ready to put mine on?
Yeah. I would say that you can, or it's up to you. Because again, through your training, your religious training, there's a chance you could fight off the vision. I'm assuming that you don't want to.
No.
Yeah. Sharog's also fucking still hungover, so we'll just assume that she doesn't manage to, even if she wanted to. There's a moment where you're like, what the fuck? Because you can feel something taking over, and then you're just like, but you don't fall. You see your brother fall to the floor, but you don't. Which obviously you think is fucking hilarious.
Is that why you fell?
Yeah, then there's that moment of, yeah, literally, as you put it on, you're like, oh.
Thought he was just being stupid.
Yeah, and you immediately, like, as you kind of blink, as you put it on, and there's that moment of like, what the fuck? And then you just let it happen. You are immediately surrounded by Goliath warriors of all sizes and shapes, and they're just fucking knocking chunks out of each other. And as you take a moment and you deflect a couple of blows and hand a few out, you look around because like you're instantly on alert. Right beside you is your brother, who's also just getting fucking laid into people and having it thrown back at him. And you find yourself in the center as you take a minute or a second to look around in the center of a vast arena. Nothing like the one that you grew up with in your home and the one that you fought in recently is nothing compared to this. It's almost ended like you can see the stands, but a bit like you can't judge how far away they are because they're either really far away and fucking massive, and they have to be because you can't see where the first row of seats start because there's just so many fucking people between you and them. And sat as you're dodging blows, and you get a chance to like between dodging blows and axes and weapons and all other kinds of shit that come flying towards you, you fighting away alongside your brother, something that you're used to. You start to see. Taking more details, and off to one side, sat upon a huge throne, like it takes up like an entire side of the stadium or the arena, is a being you recognise as Cord himself. Yeah, sat there in his own harness, his own war harness, his lightning bolt staff or whatever it is in his hand. Yeah. And arrayed on the seats. To either side of him in smaller thrones out, like reaching out from either side of him, you see other beings. There's like dragons, which obviously aren't on seats, but they're like they're in their place alongside him, and other Goliaths and stuff like that. And as you're kind of fighting for your life, essentially, can you make a religion check, please?
Of course. Yeah, but it's probably gonna make you good. Let's see.
Probably. I would have thought so. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. So you fight for days. Well, no. Okay. So the fighting continues for what feels like hours and hours and hours, and it grows darker, and the fighting continues into the night. Okay.
Yeah.
And then everybody stops, puts down arms, and suddenly you're all feasting and drinking. And it's just like, and it's almost as quick. Like, but yours to you, it appears as some kind of weirdly lucid dream. Like your brother seems to be totally taken in by this, from what you can tell. Yeah, like this is just like nothing's changed for him. This is just what life is. But you're aware that that there's something.
Different.
Yeah, you're aware that this isn't real, or this isn't I guess a bit like with a lucid dream, like it's happening, it's in front of you, it's fucking going on. Yeah. And just obviously you recognise that this must be Kord's realm, right?
Yeah.
In some way, you're aware enough to recognise that, but unfortunately. No, well, okay. So what I would say then is, so the next day, right? So okay, so everybody feasts and drinks and falls asleep and then everything, and the next day it all starts again.
So it's like
Yeah.
Valhalla.
Yeah, essentially, everybody just gets up and starts knocking shit out of each other again.
Mm-hmm.
But you notice, and there are some that are calling out individual challenges. Yeah? Some people are just going at each other, but there's every now and again there's an individual challenge, and people challenge each other, and there's a big, ruckus and stuff like that. And then that settles down. Some people stop and watch, but then it carries on again, and it's just this massive brawl. What I would say is at some point during that day, you realise that nobody.
Can I cut off things with me? Can I just step forth and say, "This is bullshit. I am Kord's champion. Why am I enduring this?"
You can, yeah.
Yeah, because in my eyes, I am Kord's champion, and I've seen him. You said I saw him.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
I know that I am the Avatar of Kord.
Okay.
And yeah, that's kind of the thing that, I just want to slam down and just go, why am I enduring this? Haven't I proven myself? Considering that I am the Avatar of Kord. I am the champion.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage.
Persuasion advantage.
Hello. Okay. Somebody, a fucking massive giant, not even a Goliath at this point. This is a frost giant. Steps forward and it just kind of laughs at you, like derisively, and he says, "You're no champion." And he kind of points to he takes his weapon, his giant fucking war maul, and points to all the other figures around Kord, and says, "They're the champions," and then just attacks you.
What a dick!
But you do notice, after having said that, and you and your brother fight him off, because obviously you used to fighting side by side, you ain't going to fucking fight each other. Nobody, absolutely nobody challenges any of the champions.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to storm it out. Just...
Okay.
Lightning and the eyes and everything, and just go, what did you just say?
Okay.
Intimidation.
Alright, go on then.
My invitations. Normal roll?
Yep.
Oh! That was decent.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, and there's that moment where he's kind of like, what the fuck? He's like, whoa.
So I'm going to storm it out, like, when he talks to me, I'm just going to rise above the ground as my eyes just go...
Okay. And as you rise up, in amongst the crowd, you see storm giants, and you see frost giants. You see hill giants. And there's that moment as you're up there waiting for something to, because there's that kind of frozen moment after you do it where everybody's like, yo, what the fuck? That's not supposed to happen. Yeah. Where as you look at, you see all these, there's just, the history of your clans better than anybody that isn't one of the elders, right? And you know that at some point in your history, these are your descendants. And as you look around, you start to recognize some of the faces of the Goliaths that are there, because that's predominantly Goliath, but there are other giants and there are actual giants in there. Yeah.
Wait.
And you start to recognize some of them as the ancestors that occasionally come to join. And help.
So is this like a thing that me and Warwick did for a coming of age thing? With our ancestors? But these are our ancestors thing.
Essentially, yeah. There's that moment of realization that this is all of your ancestors. Yeah, that have followed the Stormlord or whatever in time, or have come to create who you are as a people. Yeah, right up to your point, and those that have gone before you. Yeah.
Okay. So I
And
up.
Hey.
So as
Say
I
again.
rise up, as
Yep.
I realize these things, I'm gonna say, I am Sharrock Stormwalker. This is my brother.
Okay.
You know, the other Stormwalker.
Yeah, and as you say that, you point towards him.
Yeah.
You realise that he himself, like people have stepped back from both of you because obviously you were side by side, back to back, and he's there ready to go, and he's like fully raged and ready to go and look like he's fucking roided up. And your ancestors, all of them, the ones that you've been fighting for days and days, that have been challenging you individually or whatnot over the time, all the Goliaths specifically drop to their knees, right? And there's a moment of, you get this really strange feeling, and as you do, you just turn at that last second to look towards Cord, as a bolt of lightning straight from his staff, his lightning bolt, hits you. And you just see, just as you're about to fucking blink out of that, as you kind of like, what the fuck? Your brother is also hit by it. It kind of forks and hits both of you. And then you wake up in the rune chamber. And your brother, who is sat, well, lying, face flat, because he face planted. I'm guessing you kind of controlled your fall and sat down. That's how I see it anyway. You're kind of looking at your brother, who is also buzzing with energy. But yet, whilst that's unusual in itself, you have just been hit by a lightning bolt, but
Yeah, but
you yourself feel...
I mean, I'm already marked with a lightning bolt.
Yeah, but you kind of feel, I don't know, more resilient?
I do that. that team with my brother and pull him off the floor.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask him, like, do you see the things that I saw?
He's like, what? What? Oh, yeah. Oh, I had a really cool dream. We were fighting all day, every day. It was great. Wait.
What did I do? Did I just fight? What happened? Tell me.
Yeah, he repeats back to you what happened. He basically, you get the gist of it. That he was fully invested in it, but he saw exactly everything you saw.
Okay, so he
was there alongside you.
Okay.
Yeah, and at that point, they're kind of Hazel and the other giant are looking at you, and they're like, "How are you feeling?"
Yeah, how are we
And what-
feeling?
Well, Vorik's not. Well, okay. So at the minute, you kind of just feel. You feel a connection to both of you feel a connection to the stones, like everybody else has. There's some kind of deep, like something connects with you on a completely different, like even to any of the things that you're attuned to. That's like you're aware of items that you're attuned to, but this is on a deeper level than that. Yeah, this is something that's part of you.
Yeah.
And she says, "Well, Hazel says she says, I don't know how to test that they've worked. You can feel it, so they've bound to you, but
Hit me.
who's she saying that to?"
Hazel?
Okay, okay. So without any hesitation, she just steps forward and clocks you on straight in the fucking face, and sends you fucking flying across the room, and it fucking hurt. And Bork's like, "Hey, you don't have to hit her that hard."
Oh, it still fucking hurts.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can you remember what we said about how they work? Okay. I would say because the twins tend to run on instinct anyway, and like everybody else, kind of sort of instinctively knew what theirs did in some way, or shape, or form. There's that moment just after, because obviously you're still pissed. There's that moment where you're kind of like, where you're like, oh shit, wait. And then you have that moment of realization about how they work, because your brother doesn't seem to have worked it out yet. He's just like kind of looking at his new harness, like, oh, this is cool.
Ooh, this is pretty.
With it sparky.
Yeah.
So how do they work?
Yeah, I got pushed too far away, didn't I? Though when she.
No. There has to be a link, remember? And what's not happening at the minute that might possibly link?
We're not sober enough.
Right, okay, so either Vorak needs to be raging and you need to be within 10 feet of him, or you need to be stormed out within 10 feet of him. Or both together, because obviously that's quite often what happens anyway. But neither of us are doing that at the minute.
No, we're just stupid.
Yeah, they're both just like, ooh,
Well,
it's
we're so
tingly.
things.
It's a bit tingly.
No, she just gets smacked halfway across the room.
Yeah, so that's not how it works. Oh yeah, okay. Actually, hang on a minute. Hang on.
How it works.
Hang on a minute. Hang on.
Yeah.
I know what I'm gonna do here. Oh
you?
dear. No, Vorak's just like, ooh. He's just poking the gem. Ooh, it's sparkly. I like it. Thank you. Sister, what are you doing? Come on, let's go. He's just have a fucking. It's just like, okay, I got a new sparkly gem like everybody else. He probably hasn't even realised that everybody else is do stuff.
It probably isn't. Can I run back?
He's been pissed, and he's either been like eating or drinking the entire time. And if he hasn't, he's probably been asleep.
Yeah.
So,
Makes sense.
right. So, you might need to tell you.
Myself off the wall.
Why is Vorak on such low health? That's what I want to know. Did I never fucking do a long rest for it? Yeah, well, okay. So, like Vorak hasn't taken a second to think about how these things work or what you're trying to do. So that's quite clear to you as your brother starts to walk away.
Did I scruff myself over and tell her to punch him? If I
What?
figured it out.
Fuck's sake. Right, that just needs to get him to rage. You can just fucking rage whenever he wants.
Hey,
Or
boy.
you can do.
Hey, brother. No more
What?
ale.
What did you say?
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, and the ancestors all fucking erupt around him. Anyway. Yeah. And so, just so that the rest of you now to understand, because the twins are fucking thick as shit, I can't work it out between them.
Nope.
The twins, when they are either Vorak's raging or Sharog is in her storm avatar form, they and it's specifically that, like, I mean, obviously, if we're in a fight, Vorak's probably going to be raging anyway, and if not, Sharog. It's unlikely that Vorak's not going to be raging.
Probably will be in her southern form.
Yeah, so essentially there has to be a link between them. So it's either Sharog in his storm form, or Vorak whilst raging with the ancestors out. But I can't remember exactly what we went for. Oh, right. So Sharog is resistant in the same way that Vorak is, if they're within 10 feet of each other when he's raging, or she's got the storm out. And Vorak will do like an extra, I think it was...
Is it lightning damage?
Yeah, I think it's like an extra D6 lightning damage on his attacks. If that situation, like if he's raging, he's always fucking raging. But that's because, like, obviously, again, it might need tweaking or rebalancing in the future. But
yeah, that's something we have to figure out.
so essentially, Vorak's going to do extra lightning damage on his attacks if he's raging or sister is. Yeah, so essentially their gems are linked, and she will take less damage. Yes, please.
It's
And
like that spell in Baldur's Gate, basically. That's how I need to explain it.
What with the rings? The warding. The warding
what's
bond.
it? Yeah, that's the one. It's like that.
So yeah, so they've just got to be, but they've just got to be like within. I mean, we might even have to tweak that. I don't know, but we'd have to have a look at it.
10 feet isn't long though. Far though. It's like.
No, I'll say the distance. The distance might need changing a little bit, especially if you're flying.
Yeah.
or there's a bit.
10 feet up.
But then it might just, because again, like people don't take extra damage from Sir Gregory unless they actually manage to hit him, which is going to be nearly fucking impossible. Yeah.
He's still got less AC than Sharog.
Yeah, exactly, and she, so that's.
What is she now? 24.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, 20 something stupid.
Yeah. So I don't want. So actually, we'll stick to the 10 feet because if you're further away, you'd have to be forced to be further away than that for a start, because you'd know that that's how it works, and that's why I stuck with it being a D6 because you're probably going to be close to each other. I don't want it to be like every round is doing a lot more, but then Vorak, Worm, Shin, and Borgen don't have anything much more than damage anyway when it comes to a fight. So, I mean, Borgen's got a bit more utility. That's why his is more focused on him being able to hit.
Yeah.
But when it comes to an actual throwdown fight, Worm, Vorak, and Shin are. Damage is all they've got, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that kind of makes a bit of sense. But yeah, so we'll see how they all play out over time,
I think that's
and then
definitely
we'll
something that needs
if they need tweaking.
testing. Yeah, definitely.
No, then we will do. All right. I think, given the time, I wanted to make sure we got that done. So I don't know what's. So initially, before it took forever for us to play again, I was going to do stuff like there were going to be like things going on in the city, like in the arena and stuff like that, and we would have probably spent a bit more time on stuff. But I wanted to make sure that we got all these done before we went on to the next stage, which obviously, because after Halloween we're going to be going to.
Miss Valentin.
Yeah, we're going to be It's going to be.
Because that's the plan, though, isn't it? That we do the
Thank you.
pre-preps here, and then we do the Halloween,
Yeah.
and then we do Miss Valentin.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that was my. So I think we can. Well, the thing is, I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, you were saying about doing it the 25th, weren't you? Halloween one, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I can't do the 9th of November.
Right. Well, no, it was more
Definitely.
because I wanted to get it done, but then it's like I don't know what to do next week because we've kind of got all this. And I was going to do other stuff in the city, but then they're going to be like, it's been 2 days. They're going to be leaving the next day, and then we're just going to be in the city sitting and bumming around doing nothing while we wait until we get the signal that they've got there. So,
I'm sure there's still. I don't know. Is there stuff for people to do? I mean, I would think at least for Shara going into a dangerous situation like that, she would check in with Sylphina.
okay. Well, I say we can.
Because she doesn't know if she's coming back. Because this thing is a big thing.
Well, I say, I mean, what I'll say then is we can, because we don't know for certain that we'll definitely be able to play next week, anyway, because anything could happen. So whilst we're here, if there's anything people want to do before we do the next stage, right, before we jump into our little fucking teleporter and go and fight. Shit. Does everybody know what? Does everybody out? I know you two told me last week.
No, they don't.
Right. Okay. So if there's, what I would say is let's do it now. If anything, there's anything else that anybody wants to do to prepare before we go into this big fight, because we all know there's a big fucking fight coming. Yeah. Right. So if there's anything people want to do or feel like they need to do to prepare, let's do it now. Because then next week we can just, if it comes to it, we can just do something else. We can,
Okay.
whatever.
So is this day 3? So it means that I have all the spell slots back from sending and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes?
So you've all had plenty of long rests and all that. In fact, actually, I'm going to give Vork a long rest because I don't know why his health is so fucking but yeah, everybody's well rested. They've got supplies, so if there is things that you need to pick up, they've probably got them, and you're not going to have to pay for them because you know. You're all part of the
It's so
same
many
shit.
sendings. Oh my god.
I'm assuming for the most part people are just trying out the new kit and finding out what the extent of it is and resting
Does that
and
mean if
eating.
I punch my brother that I'm gonna hurt myself?
What? Say that again.
If I punch Warwick, does that mean that I hurt myself?
No. Although, that would be funny. Yeah, the downside to it is that the twins can't pick on each other anymore because it just hurts them. No, because that would take all the fun out of it.
Yeah. So one night she's gonna find some secluded area and, you know, sit down and do a sending to Sofina and say, "Hey, babe." That's 2 words. How you doing? Where are you now? We are going into a fight against the drow.
And what are you wearing?
Yeah. Don't know that. What are you wearing? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Weird.
Is it weird though?
Yeah.
We've done weirder things.
Well, she's like, well, okay, so just, okay. So obviously where you are at this time,
Mhm.
well, not obviously, okay. So for you, it's late in the evening, yeah?
Mhm.
It's, you know, time to start settling down and that, and it's all gone quiet and stuff, and you've gone off to find a quiet place to talk to her, yeah? And she's like, well, it's like the response you get is, it's the middle of the day.
It's
So
turning
my-
there.
So my usual clothes.
Oh, okay, leather pants and.
Yeah. We.
And she's in the, and they're all eating, and she's at the table, and everyone else can hear what she's saying.
Yes.
Turg is eyeing you. Huh?
Yeah. We are currently on our way back from.
Paling.
God damn it! No. No.
No?
Fuck. What's fucking? Oh my god. Port Damali.
Okay. Oh, they're all the way
Heading-
down there?
Heading to Icehaven. There we go. I think that's what it was called.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you know what I said? Like, time can be a little bit different.
Yeah.
That's probably the first hint that like, if Sharog really thinks about it, it's probably the first hint that she gets that, like, because that's a long journey.
Because the last time we saw Sofina and Wolfie was when we left from the dragon. And
Mhm.
she was heading down to where the portal was. You know, the island where Turgan was digging up the ship.
Yep.
And they were doing going down to Nicodranus and doing all that things for trade.
Well, I would say that they were no, because the others were at Icehaven.
Yeah, but
They weren't at the portal. They were at Icehaven, which is where we've now got our key, which they're doing up because we haven't actually stayed in it once yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were repairing the ships and like, you know, keeping an eye on the other things we're going with the keep. But yeah, that's a long it's a long journey down to Port Damali, and
Yeah,
it's
that's-
also a like for them to be returning. That means that they haven't just stopped because they're trading, right?
Yeah.
They're trading on yours and their behalf.
Yeah, because that was.
So
the
that means that
time
they've had long enough to acquire goods, sail down there, sell them, require more goods, and start sailing back.
Because the Worm agreed with that with Turgan, didn't he?
I think that was I think we talked
Yeah,
about that.
trading.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna send. That is good to hear. Is Wolfie okay? I miss you. That's it.
You're okay. So she says, "I should hope so. It's been nearly 2 months.
What?
Wolfie is fine.
What? Did you just say 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go and find someone smarter than me.
Does anybody not her brother?
Okay, so anyone beside my brother that know that we did a deal with the trading company with the the Curse to the Moors for our ship. How long have we been gone? Okay, I'm gonna go find Worm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go, how long have we been gone?
A month.
Okay, I just talked with my girlfriend and she said 2 months.
Okay, and then Gregory says, "Oh, that's because we're in the Underdark. It's that weird because it's a demi-plane thing."
But it's going good.
What?
I think it's going good. Wolf is doing good, by the way. She said. Yeah, dog. 2 months. What?
See, okay. A Worm and poor Sir Gregory just looking at each other like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
How much ale has she had today?
Yeah, it's like who is she talking to?
She's really surprised that it's been 2 months because, you know, it's felt like such a long time since we left the north. And we sent Wolfie and Sylphina away on the ship. So
Yeah,
she's like, what? 2 months?
And actual time, it's 2 months, but we've only experienced a month so far.
Yeah.
Because when we came down that big ladder, it actually took us like a week or two to come down the ladder.
Is there something you want to say to the crew? While we're gone, Worm?
No.
No? Keep doing what they're doing?
Yeah.
Right. Excuses like, fuck.
Does she just like, fuck it, I need ale?
Yeah.
This is why I don't. This is why I don't think about things. It's too much hard work.
So really, in a really obvious way, Sir Gregory rolls his eye, and it's like it literally rolls his eye.
Does he have eyes and rolls?
Yeah, but better than anyone else can ever do it. It's just like, okay. It also blinks. It's quite weird because it does have an eyelid that's made of metal as well, which is disconcerting.
So I go back to whatever corner I found that was
Okay.
quiet, and I'm like, all right, Sylphina. You say, what was it, 2 months? We've been gone a month. Underdark is weird. Give Wolfie a bone. I'll be back soon. Keep an eye out for me.
She misses the last bit.
Ah,
Just keep an eye.
okay,
That's it. Keep an eye.
wrong. Yeah, but still, I tried to say.
or I did. I don't know actually. I mean, I think you were close enough. It's fine.
Much for me.
I can't remember what you just said. She's like, oh,
Puppy bone.
yeah, that
We've been
is
gone
weird.
On itself 2 months. And she said, keep doing whatever they're
I
doing.
guess time moves differently there. Hopefully, you'll return soon. There. It's difficult to talk properly through the fucking message thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when you know there's restrictions. Okay, is there anything? I mean, Vorak is just going to train and eat and drink and sleep.
Punch him in the face.
Yeah. He's going to hit you back, but he's going to rage before he does it so he doesn't hurt you as much. Is there anything that Shin wants to do, Liam, whilst you're here before you set off on the next leg of the...
No.
Well, for what you know, for what you know is coming, is going to be a big fucking fight.
He's just gonna keep training.
Okay. Morgan?
You're practicing with his bow.
All right. So
Gotta
Gregory.
do that thing, that thing, Jay.
He's been painting.
Oh, okay.
So Gerda's been painting. Can Ember be
okay.
watching? Because, she likes a bit of that shit.
He actually is very, very good.
Performance check. It turned out he's got a fucking. You haven't even got any paint things.
What's his roll there?
He is actually ridiculously good.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
For some- Obviously, he said he was good. Fucking hell, you're not listening to him. Yeah.
I think I've seen that.
Particularly good with the colours. That's the thing,
Yeah.
which I can't even tell you, but apparently so.
Gonna live out that fantasy.
Well, it's just roleplay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
You
to
can
be
roleplay
fair,
somebody who
to
sees
be
in black
fair,
and white for
you are
for
ridiculously
5
good
years.
with colours. Given not even given that you're fucking colourblind. You're actually really fucking good with colours. There's times when I look at the shit that you painted, and I'm like, that's really fucking cool. And then I go, how does he fucking do it when he's fucking colourblind? Fucking dickhead. Yeah. So, and then you're like, oh, is this the right colour? And it's like, I think you know it is. I think you're just being a fucking dick.
No, I don't.
You know it fucking is. Shut up.
I literally had to watch a video this morning to paint me termagants because the person doing it said it's this paint colour and this paint colour and this paint colour.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've had
okay.
to find the colours and say yes, I've got
Yeah.
them, so I can paint it.
Right.
I can only do it by the names.
See,
So it's like paint. So it's like paint by numbers, but
Yeah.
by names. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah.
I've been making Halloween maps. It's like my brain's like, can dogs see that? With the
Yeah.
colours.
I do that to a certain. I do that to a certain extent, but I find more just fucking heavy outlines on stuff is probably the better option. Just make sure that things are clearly different.
Yeah.
That's what I do because there's not a lot else you can do because otherwise you turn up with a weird looking fucking map. But Doc's never complained. Although sometimes he goes, "What the fuck's that? I can't see what that is properly, but I know there's something there." Which is good enough because at least he knows there's something there. You can tell him what it is. So there you go. That's all you need. Hang on. Right. So Ember is watching Sir Gregory paint. Is she doing anything else? Joining in?
She pulls out her lute.
Okay.
A beautiful song that I learned.
In fact, what you see in painting is not anything you can see. It's actually it's a painting of some green fields with the dawn over it.
Uh-huh.
Like in your thing.
No, you don't know what it is. It's just
Yeah, you don't know. Shut up.
No.
You don't know nothing. You didn't hear any of that. Stop metagaming.
No. It was different between her knowing and me knowing, but it was like the fields.
Okay.
She's gonna pull out her lute and she's very inspired.
Okay.
She's
Worm.
gonna perform it.
What's Worm doing?
He's gambling with some of the giants there, and the ogres and the goblins.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot. Oh, fucking hell, the goblins. Shit.
Anthony!
I forgot all about it. I hadn't forgotten, but you know what I mean? It's just like, they're just, yeah. Alright, okay, yeah, you just having fun then, relaxing. Making more money.
Yes, we're just slowly building up more money.
And Anya, what are you doing?
Such a good song I played.
Does Gregory need some help making some paint? Which I can probably do with plants.
He probably did, but yeah, he's been talking to you. We got the right colours of green and gold as well, yellow.
Yes, okay, so that's what I was doing. I've been helping Sir Gregory make paint.
Cool.
And making sure Pico's all rested.
I punched my brother in the face.
Oh.
What? That's what we do, isn't it?
He's gonna look at you. He's gonna look at you really hurt and be all like, "What? What did you do that for?"
Because I love you. Come here.
All right, what are you doing? Going in to give him a hug?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna elbow you right in the fucking stomach. Right in the fucking stomach.
You dick, that's what I was planning to do.
I guess they just fall to the floor fucking fighting. Like they always do. Just fucking rolling around wrestling. Everybody just steps around them now. Everyone's just to the point that like, it's just like, oh, okay. Just moving anything out of the way that might get broken.
Makes sense.
Oh, okay. If anybody does think of anything they want to do between now and the next time we play,
Mail here, like to the surface.
Huh?
say that again?
Is there mail to the surface, like a postal system?
No.
Okay.
But you can get to the surface. Just so that you all understand, this keep runs from the Underdark to the surface, right into one of the mountains, into the volcano that is fucking hell.
On the map.
If
yeah,
you send a message to someone I've met, I can send it.
which map is it? Is it this one?
Is there bats and stuff around?
Right,
Show us
right,
the map.
Kravarad. Hang on, yeah, I know it is. I'm just fucking looking at it now. You're not on that map, are you?
No, we're still in the same place. Just show us that
Yeah.
map.
I'm just trying to fucking find where everybody is. Oh, it's that. Oh god, this is gonna be awkward. I don't want to put you on the wrong map. What's that?
No one ever know. Oh, bad.
Right, so just so you understand that in that time that you're here, yeah. See where it says Kravarad, just under where it says Grain Wildlands in the mountains, and you got the Cinderess Sanctum. Right. Well, the Cinderess Sanctum is the dwarf forge, which is one. I don't know if any of you's watched. Which was the campaign with the last campaign?
Two.
It's where Fjord
Two.
threw his what? Yeah, second campaign. That's where he threw the sword or whatever, the weapon, his packed weapon into the volcano. But that's like the dwarfs part of the mountain of the volcano. Kravarad is to represent the fact that the giants live in that area, the fire giants. That's their hold, and that's so you can travel from where you are now at any point you want. It will take you a couple of hours because it's a fucking long way up. But you can walk up. You can literally walk up to the surface if you want to, and just get some fucking freezing cold air in your lungs because it's actually winter on the surface at this point. And winter comes early in the Grain Wildlands. So yeah, at any point people wanted to, I had actually forgotten about that. So if people wanted to do that,
Dude,
you could just
can
go
you see how long it's been since we've been on the surface? Look at these stats.
I know, yeah. That is funny.
Okay, so after I finished with painting and Sir Gregory and stuff, I'm gonna take Pico to get some fresh air because, druid.
Well, it's also actually, I suspect in some respects, the twins would probably spend quite a lot because it'd be cool. They can get out into fresh, cold mountain air and out of the fucking heat. So, but yeah, so that is a possibility.
In fact, I'm gonna bird up there. I'll fly up there, get some airy me wings.
That's cool. Well, I say there's plenty of stuff like that people can do. I'll say if there's anything you can think of between now and the next, I don't know what we're going to do because we can't. I'm not starting the next bit, and then being like, oh look, it's Halloween. Some weird shit's going to happen when we're in the middle of a fucking raiding a temple/palace. So, I guess we'll I don't know. Maybe we'll just do something else next. Maybe we'll just do something else next week.
Yeah. Give me another.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unless you want to do it next week. But if you need a bit more time.
I have ideas, so
Okay.
We'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll send you the invite for the thing though, so I can.
Oh, so you can get the characters sorted and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I've just made everybody even more powerful for you.
I know. It's amazing. I think it's like Dark Vision. What's that? I don't know. Everyone.
All I'll say is that I gave up on the combat rating of monsters a long time ago.
But you know that horror is not about combat rating.
No, I know.
I have a lot of other things up my sleeve, so.
Good. And also, it becomes
no drow, or dragons. So.
My girlfriend said earlier today that she doesn't want to play my one shot because there's no drow, there's no dragons.
wow. Well, she can fuck off then.
She said, "I don't want to play it." She said, "Because."
Wow, she's nice. Isn't she? Right. Okay.
But
yeah.
good sesh, guys. I'm gonna have smoke. I haven't smoked once, but yeah, good sesh.
Stop smoking.
Just a separate thing. You know, while you were doing your thing about your thingies, best things, and what's it called? Harnesses. I've just tried to make Sir Gregory using 2024 rules, and you can't make them.
What?
It's just there's major differences on if you try and make your character, but do it with the 24 one. You'll be way off what you got.
Yeah.
It's really difficult.
Because me and Kieran were talking about it because he was like, "Oh, what about when we play the the other campaign again?"